Welcome to day 3, the 2024 NABC Summer Robot Individual. Still got the typo, 2 L's there. Yesterday, we got 66 and a bit. Put us in 42nd on the day yesterday, but overall we have a 68% average. These are the scores yesterday, and I noticed that there were a couple of players that had like enormous games. I took a look at one of them. Didn't bother taking a look at second place. I think the player in first is going to fall off a bit, but they certainly had a good run of it yesterday. They were doing a couple of just wild and crazy things that easily could have gone poorly for them, but a little bit due to robot randomness. And I think this will tend to happen over the course of this event, which is why it's important to have 3 full days. Otherwise, players who have one really, really good day are just going to get lucky and win the thing. And with however many players entered, 2,000 or so, 1,800 players entering the event, if 1,000 of them are all just kind of going insane on every hand and, you know, opening no trump with 2 voids or something like that, and they get to 3-0 and the robots just defend horribly because of it, someone's going to get lucky. And someone's going to string together a set of 5 or 6 or 7 really, really good results over the 24 boards, maybe 1 or 2 zeros, but it's going to kind of balance out in their favor. Whereas most of the players who do this are going to just be well below average on the set. So not that concerned about some of these players who are, you know, up here towards the top of the standings, but there are quite a few people who've actually done fairly well over the course of 2 days. And overall, this is actually sitting us still in 13th place. So we were in 13th after day 1. We're in 13th now after day 2. A couple of friends of mine are still a little bit higher than us on the scoreboard. But you will note that the players who had really big day 2s are currently sitting in first and second. I do expect them to drop off actually a considerable amount. They can't really keep that up. I mean, obviously they had a pretty good day 1 as well to have a 72 average, but eventually something's going to catch up to them and they will fall. Either way, looks like the top competition is, you know, teetering around high 60s, low 70s. That's where we're going to need to be if we want to win the event overall. Which means, you know, mathematically, I mean, if we hit like a 73% game, that would put us right up in the running in terms of winning the thing this time around. You know, 74% today would give us a 70 average. 73% would give us 69.5 average. So I think that's kind of what we're aiming for. We're just going to do the same thing we've been doing the past 2 days, you know, 13 to 17 no trumps, sometimes bypass some major fits or major suits to bid no trump instead of showing our hand fully. But let's take a quick look at our percentages yesterday. You know, I think a little bit of a disappointing set overall. We got fairly unlucky on quite a few boards, I believe. I mean, like specifically this one where we basically said if partner has no wasted cards and hearts, then game is probably good. Partner had no wasted cards and hearts, so that was unfortunate. But a couple of really nice results. I think, in fact, 5 hearts doubled was probably my favorite hand of the tournament so far because we came up with a line of play that would make against the more likely 4-0 trump holding. And then when trumps turned out to be 3-1, I mean, the robots kind of horribly bid on the hand, but we were still able to come home plus 850, which is a nice result. But yeah, that was the set yesterday. So a couple boards in the 90s. We only had one complete top 100% where the robots led from the other side and gave up the trump position by doing so. But we'll try and get more hundreds, bunch more 90s, try and hold the low scores to a minimum, and that's going to be our objective today. All right, 24 more boards. Here we go. 2 passes to us. We got 12 count in third seat. Everyone's limited to 12 high card points around the table. We'll open a heart to start with. 2 clubs. Drury. This hand, I'm tempted to show a full opener. We don't know if partner has 3 or 4 or even 5 card heart support. And especially if partner has 4 card heart support, I could see us making a game opposite, 11 highs or something over there. 10 highs even. So I'm tempted to show the full opener by bidding 2 diamonds. I think it's okay. Our singleton diamond could be working. The Queen of Clubs isn't a great card. I don't have any spots, but my distribution is actually quite nice. So yeah, let's try for game. See if we get there. I will make a mention because in case people are wondering what sort of weird things were going on from those players who scored 70+%, the player that I looked at would have opened a diamond with this hand. I saw a bunch of boards, and it seems like they always open their shortest suit was their kind of style. And it looked like it played out well for them on the small sample of deals that they bid with, where the robots just got confused in the auction and the defense and never led their singleton when they eventually wound up in no trump with like small singleton opposite queen third and dummy or whatever it was. But yeah, I don't think that that's a winning strategy in the long run. So that's why we're not doing it. I will bid 2 diamonds. Partners bid 3 hearts, which is supposedly forcing, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I guess I'm going to take it at face value. I think if you wanted to force, you should just bid 4 hearts. Offering 3 no trump doesn't seem... Or, you could bid 3 no trump yourself. I think that would be fine. Right? North is the one who probably wants to declare the no trump because they have a balanced hand, right? 4 triple 3. We do have one last opportunity to get out. And now that I think 3 hearts should... It looks like it's trying to invite 3 now, right? If partner wanted to bid game, they could have bid 4 hearts over 2 diamonds. So... if partner is 4 triple 3, that makes our hand a lot worse. Partner having 3 clubs and 3 spades means we have a lot of losers to contend with. It's looking a little bit more attractive to pass 3 hearts. Let's construct a hand, like a balanced 11 count, right? King third of hearts, king third of spades, king third of clubs, queen third of diamonds. How bad are we doing opposite that? We have a spade loser, a diamond loser, and 2 club losers. I guess I gave partner 12 cards, but you know what I mean. Obviously, if partner has a 4th trump, that would be a big deal. Then we could potentially set up the 4th round of spades, pitch a club, and rough a club in partner's hand after pulling trumps. I feel like passing is a little bit giving up percentage on this board, but because some of the field is just going to bid a heart, 2 clubs, 2 hearts, and some of the field is going to either get to this spot and bid game, or they're going to just bid 4 hearts over 2 clubs. So playing 3 hearts is losing to the field who bids 2 hearts, unless we make 140, and it's also losing to the field who bids 4 hearts if game happens to make. It's not really the place we wanted to have ended up on this hand, but I'm now... I don't know. I really wish I knew what 3 hearts meant. That's the thing. They say it's forcing. It can't possibly be forcing. Just systemically, it doesn't make any sense for this bid to be forcing. So the only thing that worries me is maybe partner just has a 4 heart bid and they believe that 3 hearts is the way to bid the hand when they have a 4 heart bid. I'm gonna pass. I don't feel great about this overall, but feels like this might be our last making spot. Partner has 4 trumps. That's not ideal. So ace of diamonds, the robots lead king from ace king, which means the king of diamonds is in east's hand. That could be a big deal. Because if trumps happen to be 3-1, I might need to pitch a spade by taking a roughing hook and diamonds. But it looks like we missed a cold game, which is not a good start to the day. So ace of diamonds, diamond. We do get to rough out the king. Obviously 4-0 trumps could cause a problem for us, but I guess let's start by pulling 1 round of trumps and see if something bad happens. Now we can just pull 3 rounds of trumps, knock out the club ace, and eventually lose a spade. Alright. Not a particularly good start. Yeah, partner just has a 4-heart bid over 2 diamonds and didn't make it. I was worried about it. Alright, board 2. We got a 20 count. Wow. This hand feels no trumpy to me with this absolutely solid major suit. And it's way too good for a 2-no opener, so I'm going to open 2 clubs and rebid 2-no. 22 to 24. Partner bids 3-no. I'm pretty sure fairly content at this point in the auction. Sometimes if I had like this much trick-taking power, I might be worried about missing a slam, but we've already overstated our high card values by a little bit. So partner would need quite a bit in terms of high cards for us to be making a slam here. So we'll pass 3-no. Get a diamond lead. That's not good, and partner has a spade fit. Oh no. Another really bad board to start with. Well, let's play the hand out and see how well we can do. Diamond to the ace. East is going to return a diamond, which is really not great. Looks like West has the diamond queen and the jack. So it's possible East has the heart ace. I think if West has the ace of hearts and I try and play hearts, West is just going to take the ace of hearts and then cash out diamonds, which is not what I want. So I guess I'm going to run the spade suit first. I don't think they're going to have a mistake in the defense. I mean, it's definitely possible that if West has, for example, the ace of hearts, the queen, jack of diamonds, and the king of clubs, they could get squeezed on the run of spades. But that's not my main concern. I do want to like try and go plus, and I want to be able to knock out the heart ace and then cash hearts. That's very important because the field is going to end up in spades. Field will open 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 spades, 3 spades, 4 spades, or something like that. So it's really important for us to score 2 heart tricks, and I just don't know if we can actually do it. But let's run the spade suit. Heart pitch from East is good news, but I mean, that 6 of hearts makes it seem like East probably has the ace. Nine of clubs from West. There's a diamond discard at least. And another diamond discard. Maybe West did get squeezed. Let's play heart. So West did actually get squeezed, which means we went plus. But unfortunately, the field is... Ooh, wait just a second. Wait just a second. Look at what might happen if we played this hand in spades. If we played this hand in spades, West will lead their singleton ace. I mean, let's pretend we're playing against human opponents, 9 of hearts, suit preference. Then West will switch to the queen of diamonds. Hopefully. And then a heart will come back ruffed. And West will exit a diamond. Oh, sorry, we're playing... This is in no trump, but a heart will get ruffed, and then West will exit a diamond. Or trump, I guess it doesn't matter. And then we still have a club loser. So 4 spades could go down. Now, will it go down? I don't know how the robots are going to defend, but that is very fortunate that hearts are 6-1. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, this looks like we might have actually escaped with a good result there. Not that we deserved it, based on the final contract we got to. A little bit unfortunate that partner just filled in our heart suit perfectly. If partner had, like, you know, not the queen of hearts, but instead the king, queen of clubs, then 3 no trump probably would have played a lot better than 4 spades. We got 15 count here. We'll open a no trump, accept partner's transfer, and once again, partner floats it. Okay. 8 of clubs lead. This might be a pretty boring deal. So I'll dump the queen at trick 1. East should know I have all of the king, queen, jack of clubs, given that he's looking at the 9 and the 10 in dummy. So basically, I'm just going to try and avoid a club ruff, if possible. It's not very likely, but... Oh, okay. East returned to club. Well, that's good news, at least to start with. Now we want to pull trumps, right? And we know West started with the doubleton club. So I think our plan is going to be, let's pull trumps, end in the north hand, and lead a diamond, and probably stick in the 8 when East follows low. Hopefully this way we can end play West into leading hearts or diamonds for us to avoid a potential heart loser. I could strip the last club. I mean, theoretically, West should have led from a doubleton club, but I guess it's maybe important to cash the 10. I just don't really want the opponents to know what's going on in the club suit, and leading the 10, like cashing the 10 of clubs kind of gives that away. So against human opponents, I definitely wouldn't do this. I guess I'll cash the 10 just in case. West has made a weird lead from 8/3. All right, now we can execute our plan, hopefully end play West into giving us a red suit trick. The ace of diamonds is on side. That's too bad. Hello? What? West just didn't take the ace of hearts? That's a little bit disappointing because I think everyone's going to get the same defense. I mean, the line of play feels pretty straightforward. You win 2 rounds of clubs and then... Why did that happen? That's insane to me. Oh my god. I'll take it. Little did East know that he was making a big blunder flying the ace of diamonds. I mean, for one thing, if he's to duck the ace of diamonds, I was putting in the 8, and I might have lost 3 heart tricks and a diamond from there. But plus 170. All right. We got 17 here. We'll open a no trump. It's a good hand, but I don't have any spot cards in my 2 long suits. 1 no, I'll pass. We get the 10 of spades lead. Okay. Well, assuming the clubs give us 3 tricks, we have 3 clubs, 2 hearts, a spade, and a diamond. Is 7. I guess we should cover this opening lead, because then the defense will have at most 2 spade tricks to cash. I mean, maybe we just set up long spade as well. We could play on diamonds. If diamonds happen to be 3-3, it's probably best to play on the diamond suit. Is that true, even? The opponents will get 2 spades, 2 diamonds, and a club at the very least. Whereas if I play on spades, I might end up taking 2 spades, 2 hearts, 3 clubs, and a diamond for 8 anyway. And I don't have to worry about the diamond split. Okay, let's just play on spades. Let's set up a second spade trick. I have a club and a heart entry to force out the spade and get over there to cash the 4th round. Okay, well, so West started with a 5-card spade suit, which is fine. We'll pitch a diamond. It could be right to play a heart to the jack right now. Let me think about this. West has 2 more spades to cash, so I will be able to get rid of 2 diamonds, which are both going to lose. So if I don't take a heart finesse, I'm still going to have a diamond loser at the end of play. It's obviously very risky to take a heart finesse. Play heart to the jack, West wins, West cashes spades. I suppose I can pitch some clubs, but, you know, I'm just going to lose a bunch of tricks. It's probably better to just set up the club suit. And a little bit of an added bonus we can help ourselves to is if we lead a heart to the ace and lead a club up. If West happens to have the singleton ace of clubs, then we'll be able to pick up our 3 club tricks, whereas if we lead the queen or jack of clubs now or lead a club to the king, we might end up losing an extra club. I'm just wondering if I say lead a club to the king right now, and let's say West wins and cashes 2 spades and I pitch 2 diamonds. Might West switch to hearts at that point? I think it's more likely West switches to diamonds, but in either case, I will still have the opportunity to take a heart finesse later if I want to. I will have a club entry to the queen to play a heart to the jack, unblock the heart ace, and then another club entry to cash the king of hearts. So I guess I really just need to decide how much do I want to take this heart finesse. What do I think the field's going to do with this hand? It's a 17 count, but it's unbalanced or semi-balanced, 5-4-2-2. Some of the field is going to open a diamond. Our partner did have a 7 count, so partner would respond a spade. Actually, West might overcall spade, depending on what's happening. Maybe we end up in 2 clubs. I think it's possible. Maybe we end up in 2 no trump is possible as well. If we end up in 2 clubs, we have a spade loser, a diamond loser, a club loser. And then maybe, depending on how the diamonds split, we'll either score 110 or 130, which is not good news for us in 2-0, because that means if the diamonds happen to be 3-3, then clubs might score 130 and beat us. If we only manage 120, leading a club towards the queen or jack also picks up a singleton 9 or 10 on the first round of the suit. I guess leading the queen does as well. I just kind of want to play a club to the king, though, but I guess that's leaving a little bit too much in the way of percentages on the table. Okay, so real question is, do I lead a heart to the jack or not? It's either heart to the jack or heart to the ace and lead a club up. And I think a heart to the jack is just a bit too much of a risk. I think it's possible that some players won't realize the value of dummy spade spots and instead will go after like the diamond suit, trying to score extra tricks. Or maybe they don't even play the jack of spades at trick 1. Which I guess honestly on this layout where East has king doubleton might work in their favor. But in general, I think it seems as if some players playing in a no trump or in 2 no trump might not come up with the right line of play to score at least 120, which is where we're at right now, as long as the clubs behave. Okay, let's play a heart to the ace, lead a club up. Well, that's nice. You know, I thought about this in the back of my mind, and I wasn't going to mention it because I thought that it would be a crazy occurrence. But East probably wants to get in on this trick so that they can play diamonds through this doubleton, or diamonds through our hand, looking at the small doubleton and dummy. So East is probably hoping that we've like let a low heart away from king towards like jack third in hand or whatever. Which a human could do, but is not a very normal play to make. So that's why East flew queen on this trick. All right, so we can win the ace. Do I actually have entries, though, is a real question. If I... West played the 2 of hearts. If I unblock the Jack of hearts before crossing to the Queen Jack of clubs... I might have to cash the Heart King pitching a diamond before I knock out the club ace. And if West has the club ace and a 4th heart and the 5-card spade suit, that would be bad. That seems very unlikely to me. My concern is if I play a club to the queen now and East ducks, and let's say East has ace-4 of clubs, I then play another club, East ducks again, I win the king, I can unblock the Jack of hearts, but I can no longer get back to dummy's king of hearts. So West would have to be 5-4, 3-1. Or 5-4-2-2, I guess, for cashing the Jack of hearts to be... No, 5-4-3-1 comes out kind of even, because East will be able to cut off dummy. So West would have to be exactly 5-4-2-2. For cashing the Jack of hearts and then playing a club over and then cashing the Heart King, pitching a diamond to be wrong. With the ace of clubs. It's possible, but I think I should probably unblock the Jack of hearts. You know, the fact that West has played low-high in the heart suit also makes me a bit more likely to think that this is the right plan. Because if East has the club ace and East gets in after I set up like 2 heart tricks for East, it's fine. They can cash 2 hearts, I pitch my diamond losers, similar if West got in, and cash 2 spades to pitch their diamond losers. 6-3, Queen 2. All right. Let's cash the Heart King, pitch a diamond. Tell me you don't have another heart. No more hearts, West. Whew. Plus 150. Okay, West was 5-3-2-3. So we read the cards well, we got to the best contract, we played the hand well, and we made all of our tricks. East made a little bit of an error by flying the Queen of Hearts. I was not planning to take the finesse, but happy that we were able to read the hand correctly from there. Unfortunately, our play of cashing the Heart King turned out not to be relevant because West had the ace of clubs and the clubs split. 14 count here. You know what we're doing with this one. We'll open a no trump. Partners bid 4 hearts, transfer to spades. Okay. I actually have a pretty good hand in support of spades. I mean, small doubleton spade isn't great, but ace king on the side is pretty good. West leads the king of spades. Oh my god. Okay, this one's gonna take a minute to play. Well, we're gonna win the ace of spades. Let's see if East shows out. They don't. So it's probably king, queen, jack, third. So I'm obviously cold for the contract. I can go ace king of clubs, ruff a club, and eventually lose 2 spades and at most 1 club from there. I mean, it's possible it's king queen doubleton of spades. Obviously, like, robots might lead anything, but king queen jack third makes the most sense. Okay, first question though, seriously. Where's the field going to get on this one? The field's going to open a heart with our hand. Partner's going to bid a spade. And what's the field going to rebid? I think 2 hearts is probably the right rebid. But I think some players in the field will rebid 3. If you rebid 3 hearts, I don't know what North is going to do. I honestly have no idea. I mean, I think like pass would be a reasonable bid. 3 spades is probably a reasonable bid. But North has a tricky problem. Over 2 hearts by South, I think North is going to rebid 2 spades, and that might end the auction. So I do believe that we're already doing better than at least some percentage of the field, because 4 spades is the top spot, and some pairs are going to get to heart or spade part scores. I guess it's possible that pairs will get to 3 no trump on our cards, and the fate of that contract might actually depend on whether the 9 of hearts falls in 3 rounds. If it does, Declare might be able to score 4 hearts, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, and a spade. Unlikely that you're going to get a 10th trick, but I guess it's possible. Anyway, our clear best plan for an 11th trick is probably to hook the jack of clubs. And I'm trying to think, like, how could this ever work out poorly for us? It looks like it never does. I guess it's bad if West has led the singleton king of spades. We play club to the ace, club to the jack, East wins, and then cashes another trump, and then the 10 of clubs doesn't fall. Which is possible. I don't think it's particularly likely. I mean, leading the singleton king of trumps is kind of a... It's a robot thing, right? Like, the robots expect you to always drop the offside singleton king. So, to them, leading the stiff king of trumps is not, like, a terrible lead, but I think West would probably prefer to have led something else. And as long as West has the spade queen, it doesn't hurt us to take the club finesse. If East is able to pull second trump, that means trumps are splitting. So I think I like ace of clubs, club to the jack. Hopefully getting back to the north hand with a heart ruff to ruff our 9 of clubs later. All right, let's do it. Okay. Queen of clubs sounds like a true card. I don't see any reason not to ruff the 9 of clubs now. I mean, there could be some obscure squeezes that we could try and pull off if trumps happen to be 2-2. That would be the reason not to ruff the 9 of clubs, is West gets to over-ruff and then he still has a trump. But let's just ruff the 9 of clubs. The fact that West didn't over-ruff makes me pretty confident that the trumps are 3-1. As we expected from the start. All right. So they get 1 more trump. got their 2 natural trump tricks, and we took the rest. Unfortunately, the queen of clubs was onside doubleton, so everyone's going to have the benefit of taking this line of play. I think a lot of people who would decide not to take the club finesse would have still gone ace king of clubs, club ruff, and picked up the club suit in this fashion. 650. Got 14 count here. We'll open a no trump. This is not a very good 14. 2 clubs by our partner. Okay, we haven't had one of these decisions yet, whether or not we should bid our 4-card major suit via Stamen. This hand would play a lot better if we found a heart fit. Just because of all my quick tricks. So despite being 4-3-3, like wherever partner has a doubleton is good for us to play in hearts. If partner has 4 hearts and 4 clubs, they have a doubleton diamond or a doubleton spade, both of which would be helpful to us. We can ruff one of our losers in partner's hand. So in terms of trick-taking potential, showing our heart suit is a big bonus. One of the other things that bidding 2 hearts does for us, though, is partner might bid 2 spades to show 4 spades in an invite, and we could think about passing that. Again, our hand just feels like suit play to me. We just don't have a source of tricks in no trump, which is the main issue. In no trump, you really want to have a suit that you can work on to set up some side winners. And here we don't have that. So despite being 4-3-3, the hand just feels a lot suit-oriented to me. Now imagine if our hand was like king, queen, jack, 4th of hearts, and a similar 4-3-3-14, then I would prefer to play no trump on these cards. Because we can just force out the ace of hearts and set up some tricks. In no trump, I'm going to bid 2 hearts. If we catch the heart fit, I think it's good for us. Partner bids 3 no to show 4 spades. That's fine. Now I would have preferred not to show the heart suit in robot land, but here we are. Partner has 13, we have 14, and the hands do not fit very well together. Also, this club lead is attacking our biggest weakness, the club suit. And the 5 of clubs is a high enough spot that West easily might have a 5-card suit over there. Okay, lovely. So we have 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts. Spades looks like the most obvious source of extra tricks, where if spades are 3-3 with the king on the side, we'll be able to score 2 extra tricks there. We could score an extra heart, we could score an extra diamond if those suits behave. And we have enough spot cards that it makes me somewhat hopeful in the play. But I guess we want to be as careful as possible. I think I'm going to treat this like an imp's hand. I really just want to come up with a safe, or as safe as possible, line of play for 9 tricks if I'm able to do so. And I think that means we want to duck the opening club lead in case clubs are 5-3 or possibly even 6-2. We'll win the club return. And then what? It looks very tempting to me to play heart to the 10 as my first attempt to set up some extra tricks. Because we should always be able to take a spade finesse through West later and prevent East from getting in, or prevent West from getting in to cash the long clubs, if clubs happen to be 5-3 or 6-2. So a heart to the 10 feels like the right first step, and we can pick off a lot of 4-2 heart splits by doing this. We'll pick off Jack doubleton, Queen doubleton, or even 9 doubleton by cashing the king on the second round and then playing low to the 8. An alternative to doing that is we could try and play on diamonds immediately. That feels very committal, because the way to play on diamonds would be to go ace-king and another. We could pick off a jack or queen doubleton with east, or if the diamonds are 3-3, to set up a fourth round diamond trick. But the problem is, if east happens to have like queen jack fourth, or west has queen doubleton or something, east is just going to cash a couple diamonds we have to discard from our hand, probably a spade, and then east is going to play back clubs. So I think what I want to do is I want to duck the opening lead, cross to my hand in diamonds, and then play a heart to the 10. And we'll go from there. Again, we can always fall back later on like running the 8 of spades or playing a spade to the queen or something. All right, 5, 10, jack. I'm going to play the 2. Normally I like to conceal these low spot cards, but I don't want east to continue clubs. I don't think there's any reason for east to do anything other than continue clubs. But if I play the 6, it's going to look to east like a club continuation's more useful, because they'll see more missing low spot cards and figure their partner's led from like a 5 or 6 card suit. If I play the 2, at least maybe east will realize that their partner doesn't have super long clubs, and they could think about switching to like diamonds or hearts. But I expect them to just return a club. The 3 of clubs comes back. West plays the 7. Normally this would indicate the suit's 4-4. But the robots do some weird things in carding. So even though it looks as if the club suit might be 4-4 from a human perspective, there's no guarantee. Well, we are going to have to decide what to pitch on the king of clubs from dummy when east wins and continues a 3rd round of clubs. Maybe for that reason, it makes a bit more sense to work on spades first, as opposed to hearts. I mean, if clubs are truly 4-4, then there's no reason to try and prevent West from gaining the lead. All right, diamond to the ace. We should get a count in the diamond suit from the robots when we do this. At least West in particular should be giving us diamond count on this trick. So that might tell me a little bit more about what to pitch on the king of clubs. Like, if diamonds are not splitting, then we can pitch a diamond on the club king. If diamonds are splitting, then maybe we pitch a spade and instead set up the 4th round of diamonds. 2, 3, ace, low. Looks like diamonds are 3-3 based on this play. I guess it's possible they're 5-1, but I'm going to lead a heart to the 10. 2, 3, 10, queen. Okay. 8 of diamonds return. 8 of diamonds return is really weird. I mean, there's no way East is leading away from the queen jack, looking at the 10 and dummy. So it's possible East thought they couldn't afford a higher diamond spot. They have like jack 9-8 4th, and West obviously couldn't afford to play the queen from queen doubleton. So I guess I'm now tempted to actually fly king. Maybe a diamond on her falls, and that at least allows us to protect the 10 of diamonds later. If I duck, West will probably just win and play back a club, and then I won't know what to do. So let's go king of diamonds. Okay, it looks like the diamonds split. So let's go ahead and set up a diamond trick. Now a club comes back. We can win the king. There's the 4 clubs. Okay, now we know that clubs are 4-4 originally. Probably. East could have 5 of them, I guess. So let's play hard to the king and cash the diamond. Jack and 9 of hearts are still missing. I think it's pretty likely that the hearts are splitting. Club pitch from West, interesting. So West started with 4 clubs. Three diamonds. If West started with 3 hearts, they started with 3 spades. They could have started with 4 hearts and 2 spades. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do if West actually started with 4 hearts. But it looks like I don't go down more than 1. I'll just need to take the spade finesse, that is. But let's play a heart to the ace. Ooh, good news. The hearts split. East has pitched down to a stiff spade and the last club. And East would never do that if they had the king of spades protected. At least not in the robot tournament. So we'll take the spade finesse. 430. Now everything's split. I don't know how good of a result this was. Let's kind of take a look at what happens if players play on spades instead of playing on hearts, like I did. You'll be able to score 3 spade tricks with the spade splitting. 2 hearts, 2 diamonds, and 2 clubs is 9 tricks. And the opponents in the meantime will score a spade, because you'll have to lose a spade. They'll be able to set up 2 clubs. And then by the time you work on another red suit, they'll have a 4th trick. Yeah, East getting in with the Queen of Hearts and the not playing clubs back really messed up the timing on the defense. They never scored their 4th round of clubs, so we were just able to get a 10th trick. So that's probably a huge board for us. We got 17 again. It's been working so well. Partner always just transfers and passes us, don't they? Okay. Well, here's an interesting one. We get the 10 of hearts lead. Could be a holding of queen 10-9, but it's much more likely that it's like 10 doubleton or 10 singleton or something like that. Okay. I think to start with, I'm going to win the heart ace and play a club to the jack. It looks like we barely have time to be able to take a roughing, finesse, and clubs if necessary, and still be able to play the fourth club to pitch a heart loser. Otherwise, I might need to do something like win the king of hearts and go ace of clubs, jack of clubs, setting up my discard immediately. But I don't think I need to give up on the club finesse so quickly. So yeah, let's win the ace of hearts, club to the jack. If it wins, we can unblock the club ace. And then we're going to need to build an entry to our hand, so we're going to have to play a diamond over to the king. If we just play a spade, I mean, we could play a spade to the ace, but, and then take a roughing finesse. But eventually we're going to need to play a diamond to the king. So we may as well do that immediately if necessary. All right, 10 of hearts around to the ace. Club to the jack, which holds. 5, 6, jack, 2. The 4 of clubs is missing. So if West turns up with the 4 of clubs, then it's probably king 6, like king 8, 6, 4 or something, a 4-card holding, and East has played the 2 from a 3-card holding. All right, let's unblock the 8s. There's the 4. So it looks like West started with king 4th, and East started with 3 small. We'll now play a diamond. To the king and ace. Heart back to the king. We will cross in diamonds. And I'm going to try and sneak the 10 of clubs through. I think West will cover. Okay. Let me think for just a minute at this point. So we can rough this. And then I need to decide how to cross back to my hand to play the last club to pitch a heart, as East is going to rough in. Can we come up with a smother play? Wait a second. Wait just a second. Let me think about this. We might actually have a potential for a smother play. I don't think it's very likely, but... So let's say I rough... I haven't decided if I can afford to rough high. I think the answer is yes, but I'll think about that in a second. I mean, it looks like East is following with a low club. So it probably doesn't matter what I do on this trick. Let's say I rough low, and I play a diamond to the jack, which holds. And then I play a club pitching a heart, and East roughs in. And East plays back a heart, forcing the dummy. And then I play a spade to the jack, and West wins. I guess it would have to be a stiff honor that West wins. But yeah, I would be in the position of a smother play. I would be down to 10-9 doubleton of spades and dummy, the stiff ace of spades in hand, and a singleton heart. And West would be out of hearts. West would be playing back a minor suit. I would rough, and East remaining trump honor would get pickled. Oh my god. We have a chance. Now, is that layout even possible? East would have started with 5 spades, 4 hearts, 3 clubs, and 3 diamonds. That sounds like a few too many cards. It's 15 cards. Okay, that layout's not possible. Fine, fair enough. Regardless, I really want to cross back to my hand in diamonds because I want to be able to play a spade to the jack later. If East started with honor third of spades, and I cross and I lead a low spade towards the ace jack in my hand, East is just going to play low. And whether or not I put in the jack or win the ace, East is going to be able to... Well, hold on a second. If the 10 of hearts lead was from a doubleton... Wait a second. If that 10 of hearts was from a doubleton, which I guess is not guaranteed, West could have started with 10-9-8 or something. Or queen 10-9. I think the jack didn't show up yet. Yeah, queen 10-9, I suppose. Okay, I'm starting to believe it's probably from a doubleton. Yeah, but if the heart lead is from a doubleton, West won't be able to cash a heart. So I rough this low. I don't need to cross to the jack of diamonds. I can play a spade to the jack. And it also looks like I can afford to rough this high. I guess it never really helps. The only way that I can protect against 5-2 diamonds is play a spade to the ace and then play the club pitching a heart. I think I'm just going to cross in diamonds, though. Or try to cross in diamonds. So I rough with the 10. I play a diamond over, assuming that survives. Queen of clubs pitch a heart. East gets in. Yeah, so now we stick in the jack of spades. It would be wonderful if the other spade honor pops up here. 170! Oh my god! That was such a cool hand. Man, we're killing it in terms of card play so far. Yeah, this was a sweet deal. I think we might have taken the only double dummy line to make it. I guess that's not true. I could have, instead of crossing in diamonds, played a spade to the jack. It would have come out the same. But yeah, like if we follow through double dummy, 10 of hearts, I guess we can afford to win the king because East has no real entry. But we take the club finesse. We unblock the club ace. Cross back in diamonds. West does set up their partner's heart trick, but there's no way to get over there. Cross in diamonds again, take the roughing hook. And now, I mean, we can afford to play low spade to the jack, but basically the idea is we just don't want to rush anything. Spade to the ace would not have worked out. 2 spades low. If we fly the ace, we give up the second over trick. Very cool hand, and I'm happy that things actually worked out. So we've been getting, I think, a little bit lucky today on some of the deals, but we've also been playing fairly well, which is a good combination. A no trump on our left part. What? Okay, we pick up a 15 count and we see a no trump on our left, so that means West has exactly 15 highs. Partner bids Capoletti showing both majors over a no trump, which would tend to indicate a bunch of values. We have a pretty big hand. I mean, obviously we have 15. I said that already. So we should bid a game. I think the game we want to bid is 4 hearts. Let me think for a second. Is there any chance we could make a slam? Also, what are my ways to investigate slam? Let me look around. 2 no trump. Pick your better minor? Wait, actually, this is kind of cute. I could find out if partner has short clubs. Okay, we'll shelve that for a second. 3 clubs and 3 diamonds are natural. Wait, 3 clubs is natural, but 3 diamonds only shows 4+? Is that because we're supposed to pass to show diamonds? 4 clubs. Ah, good. 32 or fewer high card points for 4 clubs. 32 or fewer high card points for 4 diamonds. I mean, what do we do if we have more than 32 points? So the only way that we can... What does 3 no trump show? Game. Opponent's suit covered. What's the opponent's suit? It's no trump? All the suits are covered. Stopper and clubs and diamonds. 19 or more high card points. Let's think about some 10 counts, right? Because we expect partner to have exactly 10, like all of the missing high cards. Are there 10 counts where slam is actually good. King, queen of hearts. Queen of spades, king of diamonds. Singleton or void in clubs. We would have 5 hearts, 3 diamonds, a spade rough. Yeah, it doesn't seem like slam is very good. How about 3 no trump, though? I don't think this is the contract I want to be in. It looks like we're going to do better playing in the suit, given that we can rough some of partner's spades in our hand. But it does seem like 3 no trump is pretty likely to have some good play. Now, let's just bid 4 hearts. Sure, partner might have like 6-5 or 6-6, and then, of course, slam is going to be good. But I think it's going to be hard for us to figure that out, especially if 2 no trump isn't like some sort of asking bid. Most players will have some way to show a good hand, you know, be like, look, partner, this is definitely our hand for game, but I'm still thinking slam, even though they've opened a no trump. And our hand is kind of close to that. All right, let's bid 4 hearts. Get the ace of clubs, partner is a 6 count. Okay, pard, thanks. Yeah. Ace of clubs lead. Now, importantly, the ace denies the king unless it's ace-king doubleton. So East has the king of clubs, which means East has at most 1 more high card outside of the king of clubs. King of diamonds is therefore offside. Huh. Okay, we have some work to do. I could hope to get very lucky. I could hope that hearts are 3-2 and spades are 3-3. Or that maybe East has jack doubleton of spades, and I can bring the spade suit home for... Well, that wouldn't be good enough, would it? Yeah, I would need the spades to be 3-3. Let me talk through the line of play to figure out where we're headed. I rough the opening lead. I play spade to the ace. I rough another club and go king of spades, spade. And if spades are 3-3, I can rough in hand. I can then go ace of hearts, heart to the king. And if hearts are 3-2, I can then run the spade suit, and the opponents are going to eventually get a diamond. And a trump. But I'm going to go down quite a few tricks if one of those suits splits badly, because I will have worked to set up the spade suit, but then I just have no entry back over there. Like if West started with 4 hearts, which I think is somewhat likely given this ace of clubs lead. Then I won't have an entry after pulling trumps, or even if the spades get set up, West can just pull all of dummy's trumps, and I no longer score spade tricks. So an alternative that looks maybe somewhat attractive to me is to try and set up some club tricks. If clubs are 4-4, I mean, we know West has the ace-queen of clubs at least. We can rough this, spade to the ace, lead the jack of clubs, planning to pitch a diamond, like effectively take a roughing finesse. East will win the king. I don't know what East is going to do. Let's say they switch to diamonds. We can hop up with the ace, lead the 10 of clubs for a roughing finesse. West will cover, we'll rough. King of spades, pitch a diamond, spade rough, club rough. I mean, basically play this hand as some sort of cross rough. It looks like I'm going to lose quite a few trump tricks if I do that, though. Is there any sort of hybrid plan? Like, what happens if I pitch from dummy at trick 1? I pitch a diamond. That diamond from dummy is always going to be a loser, right? No. Actually, if everything splits, hearts 3-2 and spades 3-3, I don't have to lose any diamonds. I can rough the spades good, pitch all of my diamonds, and eventually rough a diamond in the south hand. Whoa. So I could make 12 tricks on that layout? Oh, that's really tempting now. That is really tempting. Okay, what does this line of play look like again? I rough trick 1. Spade to the ace. I'm very concerned about this 4-1 trump possibility. But okay, the line of play looks like rough trick 1, spade to the ace, club rough, king of spades, pitch a diamond, spade, rough, ace of hearts, heart to the king. Oh, no, I have to rough a spade. Okay, it's only 11 tricks. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, ace of hearts, heart to the king. I still have 1 trump, as does West. We run the spade suit. West eventually roughs in, forces dummy and clubs, and I have to take a diamond finesse. Okay. So that's 11 tricks. What can go wrong? Let's think about 4-1 hearts for a second, because how soon will I know that I'm in trouble? It'll be once I play heart to the king, East will show out. So at that point, I'll have scored a club rough, the ace of spades, gonna count on my hand, the second club rough, the king of spades, the spade rough, the ace king of hearts is 7. I can still score the diamond ace and another club rough, which would get me up to 9, but that would be it. I would be out of tricks at that point. I mean, maybe there's some magical layout of the cards where I can end play West into giving me the diamond queen. Okay. Another pitfall is if East roughs in on the 3rd round of spades with a trump, right? But it's probably not the jack of trumps. So I'll be able to rough with the 10 of hearts, rough a club, rough a spade with the ace of hearts, rough another club with like the 7 of hearts. Score the ace of diamonds and the king of hearts. How many tricks is that? Okay, I get a club, rough a club at trick 1, spade to the ace, club rough, king of spades, another spade, East roughs with a middle heart spot, I over rough with the 10, that's 5, I rough a club as 6, I ruff a spade. Again, East can ruff in, and I over-ruff with the ace is 7. I ruff a club. I still have the ace of diamonds, king of hearts. I'm still plus 420 on that line. This looks like the right line of play to me. I like the chance of trying to take 11 tricks. Maybe there's some like slightly safer line of play at imps, but I really don't want to give up on the chance of 11 tricks when everything's splitting. And it looks like we're still able to manage some bad splits to get out for, 10 tricks or possibly 9. All right, let's do it. Spade to the ace. 3, 2, ace, 4. Looks like spades might be splitting. That's good news to start with. Let's ruff a club. King of spades, pitching a diamond. West does play the queen, which is good. Another spade, we will ruff. Ace of hearts. Heart to the king. LOL. All right. Start playing spades. Yeah, so West had to ruff in here to return a club. They played a diamond! We have the rest! 480! I'll take it! Oh, man. West, big blunder at the end there. I'm glad I played the hand out. I mean, I was all set to just claim. But, yeah, pretty big mistake by West to not exit club at the end. We were unfortunately unable to strip West's last club. Otherwise, we would have had kind of a cute strip squeeze going on. If West had pitched on that last spade, we could have exited a trump, forcing them to give us the diamond hook anyway. But we're a third of the way in. We have all plus scores, which is good. After board 1, things are starting to look up. We've had a pretty good run of things. We got an 11 count now. We're in third seat. I am going to open. I'm not going to open a spade. I think you can get lucky by opening a major with fewer cards in the suit, but more often than not, you're just going to find a fit and your partner will raise you and you can get in trouble. The robots don't take too kindly to 4-card major suit openings or psychs or anything like that. So, I mean, the normal opening bid is a diamond. I don't think I would open a diamond in real life playing with a human partner. I mean, I might open a spade, in fact, even though I'm not a big advocate of opening 4-card majors. Just in third seat, one of your main purposes is to lead direct. In this setup, though, given that we know West doesn't have a big hand, we just kind of want to buy the contract in a low-level part score, like a no trump or something, if possible. I guess I'll open a diamond to deter West from leading diamonds if we happen to play a no trump. Okay. This is not what I saw coming. 2 club overcall by West, 2 spades on our right. So we know West is kind of lying. They've made a vulnerable 2-level overcall with at most 11 high card points, but we always know the robots are lying about their 2-level overcalls. 2 spades is really unexpected. Partner's unable to bid, which is a little bit sad, even though we know partner has to have at least 7 high card points. I suppose I'll pass for now. I'm happy I've opened diamonds at this point, which means that if partner has diamond fit, they can bid it. I don't understand why partner hasn't taken a call. It looks like they probably should have made a negative double. Maybe partner has clubs. Well, that makes me happy I didn't open a club. I'll pass. Okay, we need to figure out what's going on with partner's hand, because partner has enough stuff to bid, and partner should probably have made a negative double if they had hearts. Maybe they're sitting on like the bare minimum 7, given that East has 11, West has 11, we have 11. Adds up to 33. And they thought their hand just wasn't good enough for a negative double. It does kind of sound like the opponents are on a misfit. I mean, I unfortunately couldn't double 2 spades. That's taking a bit too much of a position, despite having 3 tricks in my hand. If the opponents are on a misfit, it could easily be right to lead clubs at trick 1. Partner has clubs. No, that has to be too big of a position as well. So I guess I'm down to heart or diamond lead. Leading my ace doubleton might blow a trick in the suit. It might get me a heart ruff. I'm gonna have plenty of opportunity to switch to ace of hearts heart if partner happens to have the king. I'm not going to have as much of an opportunity if partner has diamond cards, though. If I lead a diamond at trick 1, East is eventually going to be out of diamonds, and then I won't be able to put partner in for a 3rd round heart ruff. So I could definitely be right to lead the ace of hearts. I'm certain the robots would lead the ace of hearts on this hand, claiming that, like, you'll know what to switch to at trick 2. But it could be too late. I guess I'm going to lead a diamond. I think partner doesn't have a good diamond fit with us, which kind of makes a diamond a little bit unattractive. But maybe if the opponents really are on a horrible misfit, like they're in a 5-1 spade fit here, we might be able to get partner a diamond ruff eventually. Okay. So diamond to the king and ace. King of hearts, 2. Seven, 4, king, 5. King of hearts. The 5 of clubs is low, so it's starting to look like partner started with ace 3rd. King of hearts. I think I should win the ace and play back a heart. This will get me my heart ruff. Obviously, my opening diamond lead was not as successful as I anticipated, but partner will get in with the ace of clubs and be able to play another heart. All right, spade to the 9 and queen. Now I'm going to put a club through. Heart ruffed and over ruffed. Okay, now what? It seems like East has good diamonds. So what does that mean East's hand was originally? They have no hearts, no clubs, ace, queen, jack of diamonds, and king, jack of spades would be 11 highs. That would all add up. Dummy hit with 10, so partner would have had 8. The king of diamonds, the ace of clubs, jack of hearts also adds up. Well, I don't think I can do much at this point. I wonder if it was right to duck that 4 of spades. Ooh. You know, I over-ruffed a bit too quickly. Wait a second. If I had pitched a diamond... I guess it can never help. Yeah, declare could still just continue pulling trumps, and eventually I would get 2 spade tricks because I could force them with the jack of clubs, but... Alright. So it looks like declare was 5-2, 4-2 in shape with all of the good diamonds. So either my jack of clubs is cashing or it isn't, but there's no reason for me not to try and cash it here. I could pull a second trump, like, just in case somehow magically declare forgot to ruff their diamond suit good. Is that possible? I really don't think it matters. I think I know the layout, but I guess I'm just trying to be a little bit careful. This is obviously where like a normal declare would have claimed at this point, so we don't have that benefit with the robots. Just gonna play the jack of clubs. Declare gets to ruff. Queen of diamonds. Jack of diamonds. Ooh. Hello. Partner had the jack of spades. Partner had a 9 count. Look at partner go. I have to admit I wasn't entirely following all of the spade spots. I know if I pitch the diamond 7, I have the rest. Is the 7 of spades high? I think the 9 of spades is still out. Declare played a spade to the 10, right? And now the 8, jack, and king are gone. A little embarrassing, but I think declare has a winning diamond anyway, so even if I overruff, they were going to score a diamond trick. So. Ah, 10 of spades was still out. That was the one. Plus 100. All right. We made the contract. Or didn't make the contract, but we went plus. That's good. That's really good. Happy that we got a plus score on that one. I don't know if we could have done better. I actually don't know if declare could have done better. It seems really weird. The line of play declare took seemed really weird. They played a club over and then led the king of hearts. Feels a lot more natural to just like start pulling trumps. Leading that king of hearts allowed us to set up the heart ruff. All right, board 10, a heart on our right. We have 21. I guess we should double and bid no trump. Seems like the most reasonable way to approach this one. I'm just trying to think of any alternatives. I don't really see one, so we'll start with double. Partners bid 2 diamonds. We get 2 hearts on our right. I have to say, if double was penalty, I would totally do that right now. East being held to probably 4 trump tricks and having to lead out of his hand the entire time is not going to do well. I would just lead ace king of hearts and a heart. And I would hope to collect more than our potential vulnerable game. But we don't have that option available to us, so I could bid 2 no, which basically shows my hand 19 to 21. I guess I could bid 3 no, 22 to 25. Partner hasn't promised anything with the 2 diamond bid, so partner could be completely broke, which means 3 no trump. You really want to have like a planned method to take tricks, and we only have 5 tricks in our hand. So this is another one of the reasons why I'm like, I would really love to go after 2 hearts. Let me think for a second. Is passing two hearts an option? If partner bids, everything's okay. We can just bid 3 no. Like if partner balances 3 diamonds, we can bid 3 no. Partner balances 2 spades, we can bid probably 3 no, maybe 4 spades. If partner passes out 2 hearts, it doesn't necessarily mean we've missed a game, but I think it's somewhat likely. I think it's somewhat unlikely that we have missed a game. So then our objective would be to try and take plus 200 against 2 hearts. And again, I think that is somewhat likely to be a simple result. Ace, king of hearts, heart. East really is just going to have to lead out of their hand. So I'll definitely score 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, and whatever other tricks partner can take. I have no tricks and no trump, and if partner's diamonds are headed by the king without the jack, we might not have entries to get over there. I'm very concerned about where our tricks are coming from and 2 no. Like if partner passes out 2 no, West is going to lead a heart and we might end up with 5 tricks. Ace, king, ace, king, ace. I'm almost tempted to just check out 2 hearts. I think plus 200 is a very likely result, and that should, well, it'll definitely beat out every part score that everyone else gets to. It's not going to beat out 3 no if it happens to make, but what are the odds of that? I mean, obviously partner could have a good hand. Will they bid again over 2 hearts? Oh, this feels like a bit of a position to take. But I kind of want to bid. I kind of just want to pass. Is that crazy? It's definitely not the field choice. The field choice is 2 no. Maybe I should just do the field thing. I'm going to take more tricks than them in 2 no. So we can just take our average plus. I have some, I don't know, 6th sense that passing 2 hearts is probably the right thing to do. I would probably pass 2 hearts in a real match point event. I think it's the right bid. I don't know. I'm just going to go with the field. Again, because the field is quite weak at trick taking, I'm kind of guessing we'll get about 65-70% on this board just from doing the normal thing in the auction. Partners raised. Do we have stuff? Partner could have bid 3 spades if they wanted to raise. Then we would get to the better spot of 4 spades. Okay. All right. First things first. I think we're going to win trick 1. The 5 of spades might actually be an entry to the north hand. If like West has honor doubleton of spades. We can win the ace of hearts, go ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds, even if the king doubleton doesn't fall from East. We might still be able to get over to the north hand twice in spades with the ace of spades and the 5 of spades while simultaneously only losing 1 heart trick in the process. Or only losing the lead once in the process, so they can't set up hearts. I think it is important to win trick one because this gives East the additional possibility of making a mistake in the defense by winning the king of diamonds and then continuing hearts. I suppose there are some squeeze chances if we duck trick one and the king of diamonds comes down doubleton. But I think I would rather try and induce a defensive error by winning the first trick. Four, 6, 7, huh? Queen, Jack, 10, 9, 8, 7 is a 6-card suit. But that also means West is led high from whatever their holding is. So it looks like hearts are 7-2 or possibly even 8-1. If hearts are 7-2, it could be right to duck this trick. Let's say West has the king of diamonds and a spade on her. No, there's no way. I mean, East would never bid 2 hearts with that hand. 2 hearts should show stuff. It says 15 to 22 total points. I mean, yeah, it should be more than just a minimum hand with a 6 or 7 card heart suit. So I think East has the spade honors. All right, let's win and go ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds. And then we'll figure out what to do from there. Okay. King of diamonds falls. Well, first just a quick glance at how 2 hearts is going to do to make sure that, you know, in case someone actually finds a way to double them. We would take 2 heart tricks, 2 club tricks, a diamond trick, and a spade trick. That's only down 1. It's only plus 200 for the good guys. I mean, I guess in theory we could give partner club rough for down 2, but 600 is still going to do better. So now in terms of potential squeeze possibilities, what are my choices? I have 6 diamonds, 2 hearts, 2 clubs, and a spade is 11 tricks. It's probably a good idea to duck a trick to rectify the count. And it looks like the only trick I can duck is spades. This might also pick off king, queen, doubleton of spades in East's hand, which would be ideal. Oh, but maybe more importantly, East is just going to get squeezed in hearts and spades. Oh, this is super... We don't have entries. Okay, well, let's think after we unblock the diamond queen and leave the jack and run the jack of spades around, because East is going to play back a trick, and then we can start to analyze. East will probably return a heart, we can win the king, and then pitch a spade. And then we can think about potential squeezes if possible. Looks like we don't have much available to us. East just pitches the 9 of spades. Oh my god. This is amazing. Okay, Queen of Hearts comes back. So to cash the diamonds, we have to actually cross to the Ace of Spades. There's no other entry to dummy. Let's play the King of Hearts before I misclick anything. So West follows with the 3. Hearts started out 7-1. So if the King of Spades doesn't come down, we just don't have the entries to actually squeeze anyone. Like, theoretically, if we could run all 4 diamonds, pitching 2 spades and 2 clubs from hand, and then play the Ace King of Clubs, East would get squeezed if they still have King Doubleton of Spades remaining. But we can't do that. So I don't think there is a legitimate squeeze. Which means I guess I'm just gonna play a spade to the ace and then run the diamond suit. West is gonna hold on to all the clubs, so there really just isn't anything that we can do. I will count. So East has pitched a heart. East still has 3 hearts remaining. 4 hearts remaining. 4 hearts remaining? So you still throw their King of Spades, and they get the last trick. Yeah, we were close to having some sort of squeeze. That is not a very good hand. He does stiff king, stiff queen in the minors. What they have in terms of high card points, 14 count. I mean, you do have solid hearts missing the ace king, and a decent 4-card side suit in spades. So we could actually get them 500. Ace, King of Hearts, you know, Ace of Diamonds, Ace of Clubs, exit a heart. East is going to have to lead the spade suit away from King, Queen, 4th. We'll end up scoring 3 spades, 2 hearts, a diamond, and a club on defense. 3 no trump works out better, but we were very fortunate the King of Diamonds fell in shortness. We have a 12 count here. I'll open a diamond. A spade, I will rebid a no trump. We get a heart lead. Okay. Partner's 1 spade bid saved us from the spade opening lead. So the first couple of tricks seem pretty straightforward. Let's win the opening lead as cheaply as possible and lead a diamond to the king. Long tank from West, 6 of diamonds. Long tank from West, 6 of diamonds, huh? Makes me think that there could be like an ace-jack 4th or something over here in West's hand. 2 of diamonds is also a little bit suspicious from East. I mean, it could definitely be right to play a low diamond now from dummy. If he started with Jack 3rd and West has Ace Doubleton, it's going to be real important for us to unblock the diamond suit in that way. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross in hearts and lead a diamond up. I mean, if I'm able to... If diamonds are 3-2, and I'm able to pick off the ace of diamonds on side, and West doesn't switch to spades, knocking out my hand entry, then we're in great shape. Like if West continues another heart, we win the king, unblock the diamond, eventually cross to the ace of spades and cash a few more diamonds. So that sounds like the best plan to me. It does require a little bit of defensive cooperation, but we might get it, right? West didn't lead a spade at trick 1. I don't think they're going to be all that thrilled to lead a spade when they get in with the diamond ace. Looking at this dummy, they'll probably just continue setting up their heart suit, given that I've now kind of like exposed myself to that possibility by playing a heart to the ace. Okay, but we do get a heart continuation. So yeah, West did have ace jack 9, 6 of diamonds. It's a little bit sad that we weren't able to force out a higher diamond spot. Otherwise, I could pitch the queen of diamonds here and then lead the 10 to force out the jack and run the diamond suit. But at least this means we've set up the second diamond. We did get access to the king of hearts in hand. The ace of spades hasn't been knocked out, so we do get to work on the club suit a little bit. East pitched the 9 of spades on the previous trick. Encouraging. So East has a bunch of good spades over there. Possibly something like king, queen, jack, 9-8 or something to that effect. We started with a 12 count. West has already turned up with the queen of hearts and the ace jack of diamonds. It's possible West has the club ace, but I think it's pretty unlikely. I mean, definitely possible, though. But either player could have it. If East has the king, queen, jack of spades, and ace of clubs, even the ace jack of clubs, that would give him an 11 count. I think I'm going to pitch a club, though. I still don't want the opponents attacking my spade suit, if possible. And I might just play a club to the 9. East will win, and I think it's pretty likely to return a spade, probably the king. And we might be able to then cross to the diamond queen and exit a spade, and East could run all of his spades, but then get end played into leading into the king of clubs and dummy. So I think I like this plan. Club to the 9. East wins. They're going to play back the king of spades, diamond to the queen. We exit a spade from dummy, and East will be end played into leading clubs into the king. Now, if East wins the club queen, we might reconsider, because that would give East a 12 count, which isn't outside the rules of the game. We started with 12. Ace of spades, ace, king, jack of hearts. But I think it's much more likely that then West might have the club ace. West would have turned up ace, jack of diamonds, queen of hearts, ace of clubs. I don't know. It's close. It's definitely close. Let's see what happens. Club to the 9 and jack. The 2 of spades comes back. 2 ace 3, huh? I'm really convinced the ace of clubs is offside now. If East doesn't have the king, queen, jack of spades, so West has a spade card of some sort. Ace, jack of diamonds, queen of spades, queen of hearts. It's already a 9 count. Unfortunately, this means West will be able to win the next round of spades, cash a heart, cash a diamond, especially if I set up the jack of diamonds. I don't really know what else to do, though. I mean, I could exit a heart here. West would win. You still have to find a discard. But then West will exit a diamond to dummy. I'm going to have to lead a spade anyway. So let's just play a diamond to the queen. And I'm going to lead a spade. Hopefully East like flies king or something. Not really what I wanted to see. Oh, West has the king of spades. I see. Well, we're right about the location of the club ace. It's our first minus score. We had 10 boards of only pluses, and finally a no trump went down. I could have done better. I mean, maybe if I'd led the 8 of diamonds out of hand instead of the 5 or 4 on the first round of the suit, West would have mistakenly covered with the 9. And then I would have been able to perform that kind of like miraculous jettison play of dummies blocking diamond on her. I don't know. Could I have done better on this hand? Probably. But the clubs were very unfriendly. Minus 50. On to board 12. Almost halfway through. Heart by East. We have a big hand. We have 17. Normally it's right to start with a takeout double in these spots. Our hand's a little bit too good for one spade overcall. My only concern is that this partner, the robots, don't really understand power doubles. They don't seem to get auctions that take multiple steps to complete. It's like they don't have a plan in the auction, is a better way of putting it. So when they have these hands, sure, they'll make a takeout double and then bid their suit. But when we make a takeout double, they're going to think that we have a takeout double. And then when we bid our suit, sometimes they still think we have a takeout double. So they'll just keep bidding their own suit, whatever that is. I guess I'm not that concerned with this type of hand because we do have a more traditional shape for a takeout double. And when we do eventually bid spades, hopefully partner will understand what's going on. I like that we have a bunch of aces and kings. I really like our spade spots. The singleton heart is nice. I would very much prefer to have a 6 spade for this action because sometimes we'll be forced up to the 3 level. You know, it goes like a heart. We make a takeout double. West bids 3 hearts. Pass back to us. We have to make a decision, and we're going to bid 3 spades. And, you know, that could be opposite a small doubleton. But we got to show our hand. So let's start with double. 3 diamonds from partner. So 3 spades should be natural forcing, showing a big hand. 18 plus total points. Yep, that's what we got. Partners raised 3 spades to 4, which feels good, although I'm a little bit worried that we might be missing a slam. It is on our partner to kind of become captain, especially when we have a minimum like we do here for our double followed by 3 spade bid. But we really don't need much given that East has opened the bidding. It looks like West is almost broke in terms of values, meaning if partner just has like queen third of spades, we have no spade losers, we have a heart loser, but partner could have like king queen fifth of diamonds, and then all of our club losers go away. Or maybe we just can double hook the clubs. Or maybe we can play a diamond to the jack and East has the queen. So slam is not that far off. Right? And we just constructed a 7 count where slam is basically cold, or it's cold on a finesse through the opening bidder. I mean, what are some bad hands partner can have? Partner could have 3 small spades, king, queen of diamonds, like king of hearts, queen of clubs. That would be a 10 count. That would be within range. We're probably still safe at the 5 level. But I would much rather play in the spade game. It's very tempting to just go blasting off into slam territory. What if partner has really bad diamonds? Queen, 5th of diamonds. What's the rest of their hand? King, queen of spades. King of hearts. We have a heart loser. We might have a diamond loser. We have no spades and no clubs to lose still. I mean, even opposite these like horrible hands that I'm constructing for partner, slam still seems like it has decent chances. Now, one concern is that where was the hand that we saw partner bid with previously? Yeah, like board 8. Okay, to be fair, perfectly good 2 diamond Capoletti bid showing both majors, but partner has a 6 count, right? I think there are some other examples that we could find, maybe not from today, but from other days, where partners just a teensy bit light for some of their actions. So is it possible partner could have like a bad 7 count and bid 3 diamonds with a 5-card suit? Or a 6-card diamond suit? Maybe partner's like queen 6th of diamonds and the queen of clubs and the king of hearts. That would be a 7 count. It's possible. The robots don't like preempting 2 diamonds when they have some sort of flaws with their hand, especially if they had a bad diamond suit. That would be a major deterrent for a 2 diamond preempt. It's just really tempting to like reach for a slam on this one. Here's what we'll do. I'm going to pass this board. We'll play in 4 spades. I think if we were at this point on board 24, I would spend a little time like going through our set and trying to actually calculate like a percentage result. Because I think we're having a really strong set, but remember, we do need a really strong set, like 73 or something, to be able to, maybe 72 or whatever, to be in contention for first place. So God, my hand's so good. The thing is, I know partner didn't have a cubit available because they only cubit first round controls. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass. We have a good set going. This will push with the field. Maybe we get lucky and the king of spades is offside or something. Okay, well, it's kind of what we feared. Now if the king of diamonds is onside, we're in pretty good shape to potentially make 12 tricks. Okay, well, a heart lead. Let's play low at trick 1. Can never really help to play the king here. We know the ace is offside. Sometimes East makes the mistake and puts up the ace. Hurt to the queen, ace of hearts comes back. We will ruff. We'll ruff with a middle trump spot just in case we have like 3 spade entries to dummy. Possibly. I guess we're not going to have 3 entries to dummy. I think I'm just going to ruff with the 9 and play the 6 of spades to the king. Can also play the 10 of spades to the king, but it doesn't really matter much. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead the 10 of diamonds. And if the 10 of diamonds holds, I'm going to lead another diamond. And if the king doesn't pop up, that means he started with king third. And given that, you know, West never took a call, obviously West has some heart length. They led the deuce of hearts at trick 1. But it looks like East is pretty likely to have 6 or even 7 hearts over there. If East has 3 diamonds, they're pretty unlikely to have 3 spades. So I think then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross to dummy and trumps and take a club finesse. Because if we try to like cash a second spade and then unblock the diamond ace, West can rough in, which is not what we want. So, all right, we'll rough this trick. Is there any reason not to play the 10 of spades to the king? I don't think so. Or if there is, I don't see it. Now, could it be right to lead a low diamond to the jack? The problem with leading a low diamond to the jack is that I can't take a second diamond finesse to find out whether or not king is dropping. Like, I lead a low diamond. If he pops up singleton king, great. I have the rest. I don't need to worry about the club finesse. But if it goes diamond low, jack low, then I cross to the king of spades and lead another queen of diamonds, and East plays low. I guess I could then run the jack of clubs. I mean, it would be nice to pick off the stiff king of diamonds in East's hand if I can find a way to do it. So let's see. What was the line of play again? Spade to the king, diamond to the jack, spade to the queen, queen of diamonds. If that holds, now I'm in dummy, I can run the jack of clubs. And if it goes queen, king, ace, obviously I can just pull trumps, run the diamonds. Okay. Glad I paused to think about this for another second. So we can pick off stiff king or king doubleton in East's hand, or anytime East has the club queen. All right. We do have 3 spade entries to dummy. Not that it matters, I don't think. Okay, diamond to the jack. So spade to the 7, run the queen of diamonds. Okay, last sanity check. I mean, is there anything that goes wrong if I run the jack of clubs here? I think the answer is no. So East started with 2 spades, 6 hearts, 3 diamonds, therefore at most 2 clubs. So I don't really need to run the jack of clubs at all. But I can never pick off queen fourth with West anyway. I mean, I guess hearts could be 5-5. West just forgot to bid over the takeout double with close to 0 count. Nothing in diamonds, the jack of hearts, the nothing in spades, and the queen of clubs. It's, in theory, possible. I mean, everyone in their right mind would bid 3 or 4 hearts preemptive, especially at these colors. Yeah, so it does look like I lose a club trick if West has the queen. East throws the king of diamonds now that the diamonds aren't unblocked. Queen of clubs is on side. So, yeah, maybe not surprising, right? East turned up with 11 highs. We could have bid the slam there. I really thought about it. It turned out not to be an amazing slam. We needed the club queen on side, but I think it was pretty likely to be that way. We're halfway through. Pass, we got a 17 count. We'll open a no trump. Not the world's most beautiful 17. I'll bid 2 spades. Despite having a maximum in high card points and a spade fit, I mean, queen jack double ten of clubs is so bad. King of diamonds lead. Okay. There's some chance that we can pick off the spade suit for no losers. If West has king doubleton and East has 10-3, we can lead at high honor. West will cover with the king. We go ace and then low back to the 9. I'm trying to think if there's an alternative plan that maybe we could utilize. Rather than trying to pick up the trump suit for no losers, maybe we can try and end play someone who only has 2 trumps into breaking the heart suit for us, which would, I mean, allow us to play the hearts for no losers. It's pretty likely we can play the heart suit for no losers, but there's no guarantee. We are missing Jack 9 4th or Jack 9 5th in the suit. It looks like it might be a little bit too difficult, though, to arrange for such an end play. We would need to pull exactly 2 rounds of trumps. We would need to somehow strip the diamonds without someone roughing in, and we would then also need to be able to exit in clubs to the right person. So it's probably just better to win the opening lead and work on the trump suit. Ace of diamonds, run the jack of spades. Okay. East shifts to the 4 of hearts. So, if West happens to have Jack 9 of hearts, Jack 9 4th, let's just think for a second. I mean, there's definitely some potential to squeeze an opponent who has a long diamond and the long heart, which could easily be West. West led the king of diamonds. They might have started with 4 diamonds and 4 hearts to the jack 9. And to do so, we would need to maintain communication between the 2 hands. So playing low here would knock out communication to the north hand. It's tempting to win the ace of hearts. An alternative consideration, though, is what if East had king 10 4th of spades? There was a little bit of hesitation going on in the spade suit itself. But I think I noticed a hitch from both players, so it makes me believe spades are 3-2. If East happened to have king 10 4th of spades, and I win the queen of hearts, I could play a spade to the queen, find the bad news, and then exit a diamond. And my plan basically would be to try and cross to the ace-king of hearts twice to rough diamonds in the north hand. We might be able to lead through East's heart void. I think it's much more likely that I'll be able to squeeze West in diamonds and hearts, though, so I'm going to win the ace. Cash the queen of spades. Good news. So we'll pull the last trump, and I'm going to lead a club to the jack. West cashes the diamond queen and continues the jack of hearts. Good news. So hearts are splitting. We do have a club loser, which I guess I can... You know, I promised 15 to 17. I had 17. The queen of clubs is not necessarily in my hand. I might be able to swindle the opponents into ditching their high club. West went king of diamonds, queen of diamonds, and then switched back to the jack of hearts. So I don't think West has the club ace. I think East has the club ace, but I also think West has the diamond jack, which makes it impossible for me to to swindle them, because West will hold on to the jack of diamonds, East will hold on to the club ace. But I think I have to hold the club queen. If I pitch the club queen, they'll know that I don't have the jack of diamonds, and so and they'll also know about their partner's like high cards in the other suit. So yeah, I think I have to pitch my diamonds and hope the queen of clubs scores. So I'll win the queen of hearts. Let's pitch diamonds. Cross and hearts. Ace of clubs. King of clubs, whatever it was. King of clubs with East. Too bad. Maybe what I could have done was pull the last trump ending in hand and lead the jack of clubs. I didn't know about the diamond honor location yet, but 140. Probably an okay result. Pass by East. We have 17 count again. We'll open a no trump. Partners transfer to spades and will drop us again. It always happens. Jack of hearts lead. Partner has the same shape as last time, but partner's hand's not quite as good. My hand's also not quite as good. Okay. Well... I am going to follow with, I guess, the 9 of hearts first. I want to make it seem like I have the potential to ruff hearts in my hand, so East stops playing hearts. Like, if East believes, I don't know what this jack of hearts lead is from. It could be jack doubleton, jack singleton, jack 10 doubleton. But if East believes that I might have queen doubleton of hearts, for example, East might switch to trumps, and that would give me a little bit of breathing room, at least, before the onslaught in the heart suit. I'm not in a very good position. No matter what East switches to, unless it's a club, is probably going to be bad for me. Okay, queen of diamonds. Well, we should win the ace and pull 2 rounds of trumps. Obviously, there's not much we can do about West getting a potential heart ruff. Queen of diamonds. Maybe there is something we can do about West getting a heart ruff. We win the diamond ace, unblock the spades, and exit a diamond. West might be afraid of letting this run around to their partner's jack if they hold the king. So if West wins the king, West gets end played. That is unless East started with Ace King Doubleton of Hearts. But again, I don't think there's much we can do about this. We have no entry to dummy. If we overtake the Queen of Spades with the Ace to pull trumps, even if they're 3-3, we've wasted a trump trick. So I think I like this plan. Win the Ace, King of Spades, Queen of Spades, Diamond. West ducks it around to East. Not what we wanted. Club switch. Pretty sure we want to play the Queen. So let's do that. Just in case East has the King of Clubs. I mean, can't really hurt to do this. Club comes back. We get to win the Ace. And I guess it's time to try and rough a club over. Pull the last trumps. Okay. Thinking time. West actually high-load in spades. East played the deuce and then the 9 or something. Because I could exit a heart here. And if trumps happen to be... Wait. Oh my god. I forgot my hearts are all set up. No, we just play the ace of spades. I'm losing it. I thought I still had to lose a heart. Okay, never mind. I'm just going insane. Yeah, we'll just see if the trumps split. If they do, we have the rest. But now we can just play a heart to the queen. West can rough in, but we can rough the diamond return. And our 7 of hearts is good. Made 2. So West was looking for a ruff with their natural. I mean, Jack 10 Doubleton is not a bad opening lead in general. But we went plus again. It's okay. Not the most thrilling. We got 17 again. This time we have a really good 17 and a pretty good reason to upgrade into a suit followed by 2 no trump. 1, we have hearts, so we might find a heart fit. And 2, we just have like a great hand with no wasted honors. A little bit lacking on spot cards, maybe lacking in aces, but otherwise ace, king, queen, 5th of a suit is quite strong. So I'm going to open a heart. I also think that this is not going to be the field decision, which is why I like it. 3 diamonds invite. I hate this bid so much. I'm also really nervous about the right contract at this point, because I think 4 hearts or 5 diamonds could be right, and 3 no trump might just go down on a spade lead. But I'm going to bid 3 no. I feel like we're a little bit behind the field, who might have an auction like 1 no trump, transfer to diamonds, except 3 no trump, and now the opponents don't know that a heart is a bad lead. But yeah, I'm just going to bid 3 no. Don't do it. Okay. Maybe I'm ahead of the field. If I can announce my 5-card major and still coerce the opponents into leading the suit, we're doing just fine. Jack of hearts lead. Oh my god. So we're off the first 5 spades in the club ace. 5 diamonds is down off 3 cashers. 4 hearts has no play because we just don't have any trumps. How can I score an extra trick? Because obviously I have 3 hearts and 7 diamonds, which is nice. I would love to score a club trick. I don't think it's happening. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Well, I have to make 3 discards from the dummy. The robots think I have a club stopper, or partial stopper, so they're gonna realize that I must have the queen of clubs. I don't know if there's anything I can actually do to generate an extra trick here. What I'm gonna try and do, though, I guess, is I'll pitch 2 spades from the dummy. And a club on the hearts, and then run 7 diamonds, pitching 2 hearts and 2 clubs from hand, and I'll lead a low club. Maybe if East decides to duck the club ace, I'll score an extra trick somehow. I don't think pitching 3 clubs from dummy, running diamonds, and then leading the king of clubs is going to work. I think whoever wins is just going to realize I have the club queen and switch to spades. So let's give this a try. It's a heart discard from West. Club discard from West. It looks like West has the club ace. So I think West is just going to save the ace of clubs and a bunch of heart winners. And maybe the spade ace as well. All right, 630. I mean, feels like a good result, although maybe other pairs are going to have the same thing happen. Certainly if we open a no trump and it goes transfer to diamonds like 3-0 or whatever, West is going to lead a heart from this hand. So maybe it'll just be the same result as at other tables. Board 16. Diamond on our left, 3 clubs from our partner. Weak jump over call. We have a 14 count. We don't have a diamond stopper, but we have a hand where if we could get in, we probably have 9 tricks and no trump. I mean, it's also pretty likely that we just have 3 losers off the top in a club contract. At least 3 losers off the top, a diamond and 2 clubs. I think I'm just going to pass. Obviously, partner could have a hand where 3 no trump is cold. Like, give partner the diamond queen, the club king, and the spade king or something like that. And we just have enough stuff to stop the other suits, and then we have 9 tricks when we get in. But partner could easily have a similar type hand without a diamond stopper, and they run 5 diamonds and a spade off the top. I'm just going to pass. We'll take our plus. We get a heart lead. Okay. Couple of bits of fortunate information. One, it looks like the Queen of Hearts is offside protected, so we have a heart loser, a spade loser, and a diamond loser. So 5 clubs is not making. Now, 4 hearts may well make. I think it's pretty likely to make. Hearts 3-2 would mean 4 hearts would come rolling home. Well, this heart lead could be away from the queen, now that I'm thinking about it. Could be queen 10-8. Ooh, okay, hold on a second. I don't think anyone's getting to 4 hearts. Like, I'd never really considered 3 hearts as a possible alternative to pass, or 3 no trump for that matter. And I expect the field not to either, but I mean, maybe they do bid 3 hearts. In which case, we would probably need the hearts to be 4-1 for us to get a good result here. Then the defense would just have 4 tricks off the top, a diamond, a spade, and 2 trumps. I mean, I think 3 clubs will be the field contract, and therefore... Actually, I don't know. Some players will bid 3-0 with our hand, and then it's left to robot randomness, right? All East needs to do is not lead hearts or clubs, and that might be too difficult for the robots to figure out. Like, West opened a diamond. You might think a diamond lead against 3-0. Actually, West is on lead. Yeah, West opened a diamond. Hopefully West can find the diamond lead. Guess we'll see after the hand what West's hand looks like. If I win the ace of hearts, I don't think the opponents are going to have trouble at all with keeping the queen of hearts protected, and eventually I'm going to lose 3 tricks. If I duck the opening lead, West might do something like win and go ace of diamonds, king of diamonds. We can ruff, pull all the trumps, jack of hearts, heart to the ace, run the hearts, pitch our spade losers. The big problem is if it goes 8 of hearts to the queen, heart back ruffed, or even 8 of hearts to the queen, ace of spades, ace of diamonds, heart back ruffed, we do a trick worse than the field. Maybe we can hedge our bets a bit. I can go ace of hearts and pull 2 rounds of trumps, and assuming they split, I can go heart to the king, heart. And if hearts are 3-2, we're going to force the opponents to cash out correctly. Now, maybe West will work this out. Maybe West will go ace of diamonds, ace of spades, diamond. But if West goes ace of spades, spade, or ace of diamonds, diamond, then we can rough in, cross to dummy and trumps, and then run the hearts to pitch our other 2 losers. This gives up on making like a miracle second over trick when West happens to have queen 4th of hearts, but I don't want to risk the heart rough plan for the opposition. Okay, let's do this. That was the 10 of hearts. Clubs have split. Hearts have split. Queen of diamonds. Okay, that's good news for us and no trump, because it looks like they found a spade switch. Man. But it does look like West has all of the top diamond honors. So West will find a diamond lead against 3 now. That's good. How did they switch to spades? Oh my god. That's crazy. No. Brutal. I don't know what would have happened if we ducked trick 1. Maybe we'd come out with 150. Unfortunately for us, hearts were 3-2, so there was no risk of a heart rough. Ducking trick 1 was kind of free. But plus 130. Board 17, partner passes. We get a 2 diamond preempt on our right. So we got 8 boards to go. 2 diamonds on our right. We have, you know what? I'm going to pause. I'm going to pause to go back and take a look at how I feel we're doing percentage-wise. And let me actually put the percentages up on screen for what I think. So our conservative estimate that I have is us being 62.5. Now, I think that means we could be anywhere from like 62.5, probably all the way up to 70. But that's not really the 72, 73, 74 we're going to need. Okay, that does at least give me enough information, I think, to play the last 8 boards and see what we can do. Now, if we get to that position where I'm like, slam is probably good, finesse is through the opener, right? We'll bid the slam next time. Maybe I should have done this exercise before we got to that hand. All right, I'm going to get rid of this because I don't think it's useful anymore. So board 17, 2 diamonds on our right. We have a 13 count. Partners passed in first seat. I don't think making a takeout double is a good bid, but I'm probably going to do it. Because one of the big downsides that we have that we might face when making a takeout double like this in a real match point field is West might have a big hand and it goes double redouble, and now we just get doubled for penalty and go for a large number. But that's not possible with West being limited to 13 highs, right? So that risk is mitigated a little bit. We don't have any wasted values in the diamond suit. We do happen to have a 4-card major, which is nice. So, and we're non-vulnerable, which means competing for part scores can be important. I generally don't think I would do this, but it might be the field bid. And I also think that competing more aggressively for declare play in the robot events tends to pay off, which is not really true in normal match point events. I mean, maybe it's true at like local club games, but it's not going to be true at like national championship level pair games where players will defend accurately, W when it's correct, and just collect their plus scores. But here, I think it does tend to work out. The robots don't double us very often. Sometimes they overcompete, and also they don't defend all that accurately. Oh, God. That is not what I wanted to see. Now I really wish I hadn't doubled, because West might play me for both the king and jack of spades. Oh, that's really bad. I mean, I can't do anything about it. I just have to pass. But this is the nightmare holding, or the nightmare auction for us. We've told the opponents where all the high cards are, and now they've bid a game. Okay. 3 of hearts. Well, let's win the heart ace. I feel like I should switch to clubs. If partner has the king of hearts, hopefully it doesn't go away. Obviously it can. West might have stiff ace of diamonds, can just unblock that, cross in spades, and pitch heart losers on the king, queen of diamonds. But if declare has the king of hearts, we definitely want to knock out the club ace and set up a club trick before our king of spades gets dislodged. So ace of hearts, king of clubs looks like the only reasonable line of defense to me. Could be the 3 of hearts from Jack fifth. So declares King Queen doubleton. I mean, either way, we should play back the King of clubs. Alright, partner gets to win this trick. Tries the Jack of hearts, which has been unsuccessful. Declare can ruff the club. Ace of spades. Spade. Lovely. I mean, presumably we play the Jack. I expect Declare to have Queen 10, and even if they don't, they're never going to misguess, but I may as well try the Jack. Wonderful. Partner had the diamond ace. Way to go, Pard. Partner had ace doubleton of diamonds. Well, we got a plus score. It's an interesting hand. I don't understand why... Man, actually, I have no idea what to think on this one. I mean, obviously, East-West got way too high. I don't know why they got so high. But it's not like I can really fault either of their decisions. 2 diamond opener makes a lot of sense. I mean, I would open 2 diamonds or 3 diamonds or something with the East hand. West bidding 2 spades over the takeout double. I mean, very light, but West kind of wants to show off a spade suit in case the opponents get to 4 hearts, right? Like, I actually think I can fault North's decisions in the auction in general, but, right, like West is just trying to find a good save for their hand, or for their partnership, because they have no defense against a heart contract. They have a heart trick and a club trick and nothing else. And then East just has the maximum possible hand in support of spades. Maybe you should argue that East should bid 3 spades instead of 4, and 4 spades should be reserved for like those like absolute maximums with like a singleton outside and maybe even sometimes 4-card spade support. But I don't fault East for bidding 4 spades with literally the World's Fair, ace third of trumps, king queen six of diamonds. We did find the right defense. I don't know if it was necessary for me to switch to clubs, but I think it made the defense a lot easier at least. So, feel sneeze coming again. It'll probably linger and catch up to me at the last possible moment. I assume this is a good result. I don't know if my takeout double induced it, or if the opponents were just always getting to 4 spades. Like, had it gone 2 diamonds pass, would West have bid 2 spades? Would East have bid 4 spades? Would West have passed 2 diamonds? Hard to say. I do think North should bid 3 hearts over 2 spades. North is a passed hand, so they won't be taken all that seriously. They have shortness in the spade suit. They have distribution. They have a 5th heart. Yeah, they're a little bit light in high card points, but it's important to compete for these part scores, right? You can't just let the opponents have the auction 2 diamonds, double 2 spades, like all pass or something. And your partner's like, well, I was 4-4, 2-3, and they bid my 4-card major. Like, I did my best, partner. So I really don't like North's pass. That doesn't mean that things would have gone any differently if North had bid 3 hearts. I think if it had gone 3 hearts, 4 spades, I still might have just passed, and we still collect plus 50. But anyway, on to board 18. So heart on our right. Feels like a good result, but we're still going to need to do a little bit better. We got an 18 count. So again, we could overcall a spade, or we could make a takeout double. And I think, again, the hand might be a little bit too good to overcall spade. Like on a heart lead, this is effectively a 19 count because we will have like ace doubleton of hearts instead of king doubleton most of the time. Yeah, we'll start with double. Partners bid a no trump. Ooh. Okay, wait just a second. So that shows a heart stopper. And that actually makes me think about playing in 3-no instead of 4 spades. Let me just quickly peek in what they think 2-no trump shows. 17 to 19. And 3-no is probably more. 19 to 23. Interesting. Okay, pause on recording while I run to get a tissue. All right, we're back. And I also haven't thought about the problem. Obviously, if ace gets off to a club lead, that could be a disaster for us. If partner has some soft values and hearts, like the queen jack of hearts, and only one shaky club stopper, and I need to knock out both the ace of hearts and ace of spades, then 4 spades would be a better contract. How many high cards do they think 1-no shows? 5 to 10. I mean, that's such a weird range. I think I'm just going to bid 3 now. The hand's a little bit too good to treat as 17 to 19 based on the range for 2-no trump. And I don't want to give away that I have spade suit to the opposition, so, you know, maybe East will just lead a spade. Pretty unlikely, but hopefully they don't get off to a club lead. Queen of Hearts. All right. Well, we have some decisions to make immediately. They could have gotten off to a club lead. Do I like partner's 1-no trump bid? It's probably fine. I think the 1-no trump bid is fine. So in terms of quick tricks, I have 3 diamonds, 2 hearts, a club is 6. I can set up 2 spades, which is 8. Diamonds could come home. Or I could play a spade to the 9. Spade to the 9 is like a really, really risky play. Because if I'm wrong, West wins and then knocks out my other heart stopper, and the opponents just have the first 5. They'll take 3 hearts, at least 2 spades, before I get the spade suit set up. And obviously I can fall back on the diamond 10 or 9 coming home for an extra trick. So I think it's probably right to I really want to win the first trick and lead a spade towards the king, queen, jack. Because I think there's some chance he's just going to fly the ace from like ace doubleton. Or possibly fly the ace from ace 10 fourth, even. But I would also really like to isolate the heart suit, because East does not have a fast entry once the ace of spades is knocked out. So if West happens to have the spade length as well as the jack fourth of diamonds, I might be able to strip squeeze West. Or at least cause some pressure on West. Maybe that's not true. I'm not able to duck enough tricks. Even if I duck a heart and lose a spade, I still am in a 2-loser end position. So West will always have an idle club to throw. And if I try and end play them, they'll have a club to get over to East's hand to run the heart suit. Okay. So I guess that means ducking the first heart really just doesn't help me. And alternatively, I should win the heart lead with the ace and lead a spade up. Maybe East makes the mistake of hopping the ace of spades to continue hearts. That would be ideal. Like that. There we go. All right. I think we should test the spades now. See how those split. Pitch a couple of clubs. Yeah, so East realized that if they ducked, we would just be able to win the king and then exit a low spade to them. That was not going to be our line of play, but we could have done that if they had ducked. Which means they figured that it was cost-free to fly the ace of spades. Kind of like a little robot tactic that I've picked up over the years. Now the field might take the same line of play. They might win the ace of hearts to lead a spade up towards the king and get lucky, kind of the same way we did. Or they might win the ace of hearts planning on playing a spade to the 9, which is a big risk. But I do think some of the field is just going to duck the opening heart lead, win the heart return, and then lay down the spade king because it's convenient to do so. Or just win the king of hearts and dummy and lay down the spade king, either or. So we got our 9 tricks. I would like to try and score a 10th if possible. 6 of hearts discard is interesting. I would have to admit I was not paying attention to West's first couple of hearts, but I didn't think they were going to show a lot of information regardless, whether West high-load or low-high. It's not going to tell us if hearts are 5-3 or 6-2. But the heart discard is nice. Let's test the diamonds. I'm going to lead the ace of diamonds. West plays the 8. And the king of diamonds, I will dump the 10. Okay. That's cool. So let's cash the last 2 diamonds and then think about the end position. Club pitch from East. And a heart pitch. So if East is down to 2 hearts and 2 clubs, which seems somewhat likely, there's nothing we can do. I think I'm just going to cash the jack of spades and ace of clubs. Obviously, if West is down to king, queen, doubleton of clubs. Or like stiff king of clubs. No, stiff king's no good. West would have a heart. Yeah, it would have to be like king, queen, doubleton of clubs. That would mean East has started with the ace of spades, the queen, jack of hearts, the jack of clubs, and the jack of diamonds. It's like an 11 count. 6-card heart suit, 11 count. I mean, it's like barely possible. No, let's not mess around. Oh my god, was it? Was it the king, queen of clubs? Okay, it wasn't. Well, that's fortunate. That would have been a crazy end play. Oh, that wasn't even 11. That would have been 9. Okay, East actually had 11 on this hand, but I was giving them to jack of clubs instead of the king. All right, well, 630. I think it's a good result. I don't think it's 100% because some of the players in the field will take the same line of play. Then again, some might have a different auction, and that could cause East to defend differently. I don't know. It's hard to say. Anyway, plus 630 feels good. We have 14 count. We'll open to no trump. A little bit off shape. Partner transfers to hearts and gonna pass us, as usual. 2 spades by East balancing. I assume 3 clubs is natural. Ugh, 4 to 5 clubs. Not really what I wanted to see. All right, let's think for a second. I don't want to pass out 2 spades in this auction. I mean, it could be right. Obviously, East has really taken upon himself to balance here, and they could have just been walking into a massacre, which is a little bit more likely given that the hearts don't split, or the hearts isn't a big fit for us. Like, partner could be 3-5-4-1, and the opponents have nowhere to go. I would be a lot more comfortable bidding if I knew partner was going to pass 3 clubs, because regular partners, like human partners, would understand that 3 clubs here, you know, could have a 6-card suit. Most likely 5, but could be 6 in this type of an auction. Obviously, I might be giving up our last making spot. Like 2 spades down 1 could be our last spot. Obviously, 2 spades doubled would be a huge result if we could get there. But I'm light in high cards, so I'm tempted to think that this is more of a part score deal where we need to be competing. Let's bid 3 clubs. Partner bids 3 hearts and we get a takeout double. Oh, this feels bad. This is going to get passed out. Yeah, partner just like made a huge blunder by correcting 3 clubs to 3 hearts. I don't understand why they would do that. No, we were doing so well. I had avoided zeros all day. And now suddenly we're just getting an undeserved 0. If we had just played in 3 clubs, probably undoubled, it would have been fine. 7 of spades to the 8. Cool. Well, East has a big hand. Let's think for a second about what positive results could come from this. Because obviously they don't have a spade fit. But four spades might still make if hearts are like 5-1. They could lose a spade, a diamond, and a club, depending on where the king of clubs is. I'm tempted to believe the king of clubs is on side. I mean, East has showed a pretty big hand. Eight of spades is a weird play. 7-3-8 king. Seems like spades have to be 5-2. East has ace, queen, jack, 10, 8. But why would they play the 8? Why not go ace of spades, queen of spades? It's so weird. I mean, can the opponents make 3 no trump? I think the answer is no. We're just going to be able to set up and take too many club tricks. I feel like we need to get out for down 1. A lot of the field is going to play in 3 clubs. And yeah, we're not getting out for down 1. This is just going to be a massacre. We're going to get a 0. Like, why bid 3 hearts? I don't understand. We have a bigger club fit. Oh no. I don't know, maybe I should just pass 2 spades. Maybe, I don't think 2 spades would have scored very well either if the field is going to end up in 3 clubs on our cards. Alright. What do I do? If West has the heart ace, we might do okay. I can lead a heart, and if West plays low, I can win the king and then start taking club finesses to pitch losers from the north hand. West will start roughing in, but that's okay. Those are going to be natural trump tricks. If East has the heart ace, I'm kind of screwed, but then maybe I was just always getting a 0. I think that's my one hope. Let's lead a heart to the king. If East has the ace, you know, hats off to them. Okay, West takes the ace of hearts. They continue a diamond. Huh? West didn't continue spades. I still unfortunately can't rough a diamond in my hand because there's no way to get to dummy to take the diamond rough. So I think I'm going to win and lead a heart to the king. I don't want East to win this and cash a couple spades. I think that might be bad for us. So, yeah, let's win. Let's lead a heart to the king. East shows out. Take a club hook. And now a spade comes. Brilliant. All right. Down 4. Could have just played 3 clubs. Could have played 3 clubs undoubled, which would have been lovely. Now, East-West do make 4 spades, but unfortunately 800 is a little bit too much. Oh, God. Felt like things were going so well today. All right, 5 boards to go. A club, a heart on our right. Sure. A spade, 2 spades. Okay, guys, I'm good. Heart lead. That is a 7 count. If you believe it. Heart lead was maybe not best. Heart lead was maybe fine. Partner? Partner! Help! Help, please! Why? We were gonna take 3 spade tricks, and now we only have 2. But it looks like we are beating this. Maybe. I guess let's try and cash this. All right, well, we went plus. Could have gone plus another. Partner had the 10 of spades. We did go plus another. Oh my god. Wait, that worked out great. The robots believed I was capable of this false card of Jack of Spades from Jack 10 on the first round. They also thought there was no chance partner would fly king. I think part of it, honestly, was like, I didn't talk a lot about the hand, but I wanted to show off as many high cards as I could. Ace of diamonds, diamond to the jack, king of diamonds, and then I switched to the king of clubs, which, I mean, might seem like an obvious switch, right? Of course I could play back a heart. It wouldn't really affect anything. But I wanted them to see that I had so many missing high cards that if I had the spade ace, then maybe I would have overcalled at some point. Anyway, plus 200 is fine. Definitely a fine result. Could have achieved it a different way, obviously. Gonna be a lot better than if we had bid something or if we got involved in playing a part score, so happy about that. Pass, we got 4 boards to play. We have a 19 count, singleton queen, but good 6-card spade suit. How do we feel about a 2-no opener? I mean, the normal bid is just open a spade. Then we're going to have to find a rebid over partner's 1 no trump. And I would say probably the thing to do is to jump shift to 3 clubs, but that's kind of uncomfortable with only 3-card club support, or 3-card club suit. A 2-no opener's not that far off in terms of trick-taking power. Like, the stiff queen of diamonds is kind of bad, but it's also kind of okay. It might prevent West from leading a diamond away from the king or something. We have enough quick tricks that if we get to play this hand in no trump, it might do about as well as playing in a spade contract. It's a little bit different than some of these previous boards where, you know, we have like king jack third of hearts. I forget exactly which one it was. Board 2, right? Where we had king jack third of hearts and partner happened to have the fitting queen of hearts. Then we want to play in the suit contract because we can win whatever our stopper is, pull trumps, and then knock out the ace of hearts. Here we just have aces and kings, or aces and queens on the outside. So a little bit better to play in no trump for that reason. A little bit worse than that previous board too. I guess I'll leave it in the bottom right, because there we had a solid spade suit, and that meant that we can just run the spades. I mean, for a similar reason, why would we want to play in a suit contract? It's because we need to not get cards out, and then we're going to need trumps to provide stoppers for us in some outside suit, for example, diamonds here. But there, we didn't need to knock out cards in the trump suit because trumps were solid. Here, we don't need to knock out cards in hearts or clubs because we have quick tricks, but trumps are not solid. So it feels like about the same kind of type of hand as we had there, albeit this one has a singleton. I'm going to open 2-0. I think it'll lead to a simpler auction. 2-0, 3-0. And we get a spade lead, and we just have the first 12 tricks. The robots failed to lead from their diamond length. So that's great. Assuming the club split. Let's play low. If East plays the jack, we'll have a couple of entries to dummy. So that way, if East happens to have 5 clubs to the 10, we can cash the club ace, cross and spades, club hook, unblock, cross and spades again, get back to the heart ace to run the spades. All right, queen of clubs. Now, one bonus that we have from opening 2-0 is the robots probably aren't going to play us for a singleton diamond at the end of the hand. So it's very possible they both hold on to the ace and king of diamonds, and my 10 of hearts will grow up into trick 12. Or trick 13, I mean. So let's go ahead and... I'm thinking... So I want to pitch the 8 of hearts as soon as possible in the play. Obviously, I could squeeze like East, for example, or West, if they happen to have the like a lot of diamonds. Like if East has ace, king of diamonds, and king, queen, jack of hearts, I do have a technical squeeze. But I think I would rather run the clubs pitching my diamond early and then run the spades ending in hand. I think that's going to confuse them a little bit about my shape, and they're just both going to hold on to diamonds. At least that's my hope. I'm not convinced that they're going to do this, but I think that's a better plan than to run the spades first and then run the clubs. Okay. So ace of clubs, club. I'm going to pitch a heart. Now I'm going to pitch a diamond. And now we're going to run the spade suit. West led their singleton spade. Look at that. Our 10 of hearts grew up. East saved the 10 of diamonds, which seems like an important card. 720. Now, we obviously do make a slam on the board. I think it's going to be really hard for anyone to realize that slam is making. A big feature of the hand is that partner has fitting club and spade honors, but they also have a 5-card club suit, which takes tricks, right? If partner only had 4 clubs, the defense could cash the ace of diamonds and then sit back and wait for a heart trick. We just wouldn't have enough discards on partner's 4-card club suit. There might be some players who do get to a slam, but I think 720 is going to be a pretty good result on that one, so that feels pretty good. A diamond on our right. We have a 13 count. Normal bids to overcall 2 clubs. I don't see any reason not to do that. We could overcall a no trump, but I think that's a little bit too risky, especially given partner's frequently going to transfer us to hearts. 2 hearts on our left. two spades by East should show... I guess it doesn't have to show a very good hand because West two hearts is forcing. So partner doesn't have much. The two spade bid means that my diamond and spade honors are likely well placed. The singleton heart is a good card. I'm tempted to bid three clubs. It's real scary in between two bidding opponents like this. But I don't want the opponents to just have a free reign to like three of a major and partner doesn't know whether or not to compete. Like if partner has four small clubs over there and not much else, four clubs is either a good save or maybe it makes on a good day. Partner has a doubleton diamond, four clubs. King of clubs falls at trick one. I go ace of clubs, club to the 10, diamond over for the finesse. Rough the diamond suit good, take a spade finesse. I lose three tricks. I'm gonna bid three clubs. Four spades, pass, pass. Okay. We have a decision to make. West has a pretty distributional hand with both majors. We're favorable. And again, we have good offensive potential in the club suit. But the fact of the matter is we probably have three defensive tricks in our hand. Ace of clubs, king of diamonds, king of spades. So if partner produces anything in terms of defense, we might be able to beat this. And then we would just take a phantom save by unilaterally bidding five clubs. Obviously, playing with a non-robot partner, I'd be happy to pass here. I've told partner my hand, and they had an opportunity to save in five clubs over four spades, and they decided not to. We have a pretty safe lead of a heart as well. I'm not really trying to get a heart ruff, but I don't want to set up East King of Clubs, for example. Like if West is 4-6, 2-1 or something, I don't want to play the Ace of Clubs and then allow East to pitch their diamond loser from dummy. I mean, what does partner need for five clubs to be a good save? Basically just a club fit. You have to imagine partner should be saving five clubs with just a club fit, but I don't think this partner understands that. I think I'm going to pass. I also think it's probably the field action. So we'll pass. Do I want to lead a heart? Is there any chance that leading a heart somehow just magically works? I mean, sure, West could be like 4-5-1-3 or 4-5-3-1 or something. And partner has five hearts over there. And then the heart student dummy doesn't set up. Okay, I think I'm into the heart lead, and I'm okay with not saving. Well, this isn't great. I mean, there is some good news. Wait, what's the good news? Good news is that West has a diamond void, so maybe we're losing a lot of diamond tricks. Looks like it's about time to cash the club ace, though. That wasn't even cashing! Oh my god. Partner did have four clubs. That's just insane. And five hearts. Partner really did need to... Wait, all the hearts were good? Oh, I had the 9 and Declare had the stiff 10. Oh my god. This went so poorly. Oh, but it looks like East was 7-5. Mind blown. So me leading the Ace of Clubs, I thought it cost, but East could have just taken the roughing finesse and diamonds the whole time. So East didn't need that King of Clubs to set up. East didn't need the heart roughing finesse at all. They just had 12 tricks immediately. How do we do in 5 clubs doubled? I actually don't know if we're going to escape for 5 clubs doubled. I think East is pretty likely to continue bidding on. I'm shocked that East just like left 4 spades in this auction. That's crazy to me. They're like cold for a slam, almost cold for a slam. And here they are, just like signing off in game. All right, 2 boards to go. Don't know how that one's going to score. My guess is it's pretty average, but maybe 5 clubs doubled passes out and we kind of escape for a small number. Because it's not much. We have a diamond, a club, a heart, and a spade to lose, and it seems pretty likely that's going to be it. Anyway, 2 boards to play. We got a 13 count here. Is this a good 13? So the no trump range I've been using is like good 13 to 17. There's no aces. And we have a lot of wasted values in our doubletons. I'm going to call this a bad 13, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the auction a diamond, a heart, a no trump instead of a diamond, a heart, a spade. The hand just feels no trumpy to me. I'm just not confident enough in upgrading this into the 15 to 17 range, so I could open a club. This is probably a hand where a club opening bid actually works out fine. Okay, let's try this. A club, a heart, a no trump. How did we do? God, we got club lead anyway? That's rude. Well, the field's gonna get here. This club lead hurts. Hurts real bad. I guess I'm gonna play the 10. Hopefully East covers with the jack and I can win the queen. I don't know why I say hopefully. I mean, I feel like we're in a little bit of trouble. Like, obviously they can take 4 clubs and the ace of hearts, ace of spades, and maybe even the king of diamonds if that's offside. We could work on the heart suit. All right, let's see what happens at trick 1. Wait a second. Let me think for another couple seconds. Because if the king of clubs is allowed to hold and dummy, and I can put West in rather than East, maybe West won't continue the ace of clubs. Actually, I'm pretty sure they won't continue the ace of clubs. So if I go king of clubs and then revert to playing on hearts instead of diamonds, maybe that's a good plan. Maybe playing on hearts is just the right thing to do. I guess I would be a little concerned if the king of clubs loses to the ace, though. Like, if I stick in the 10 and East puts in the jack and I win the queen, it might not be obvious to East to continue the ace of clubs if they get in. Whereas if I go king of clubs and East wins, maybe East just like continues the jack or something. Okay, I think I like this plan of king of clubs. If it holds, I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. And even if it doesn't hold, given my 1 club opening, maybe East isn't going to work out to continue the suit. I mean, East has 5 clubs, but their clubs might be like ace jack empty 5th or something, and West has led from 4 small. So yeah, let's put up the king. Okay, East has switched to spades. That's good news. So at least for now, we get to set up a spade trick, which is good. And we've not seen a club return, which is also good. I'm going to put in the king. West probably wins the ace. Continues a spade. So far, so good. One club opening bid has worked out charmingly on this hand. I would like East to cover with the jack if they have it, so I'm going to try the 9. If the 9 holds, that's okay. I can then lead a heart to the king. Oh, it's because I bid a no trump and not a spade. Wes just thought I had 3 spades. I forgot about this decision in the auction. Wow. Okay. So that's cool. This has gone great all of a sudden. Let's unblock the Jack of Hearts just to see if the suit is splitting. West has turned up with the Ace of Hearts and Ace Jack of Spades. They could have the Diamond King. That would give them 12. I mean, there's not much I can do if the Diamond King is offside. I'm just going to have to take a Diamond Finesse. There's no, like, squeeze position available. But let's see if the hearts split. Hearts do split, so... I could lead the Queen of Diamonds, and if West doesn't cover, I could hop up with the ace, potentially picking off a singleton king, I guess. Wait a second. Actually, I really like this plan. Because East might think we have long clubs as well. We'll be able to run the hearts, pitching a bunch of diamonds, cross back to the Queen of Clubs, and then... Oh. Okay. And I think West will cover the Queen of Diamonds with the king. If they have it. Alright. King was onside. So that's a little unfortunate that the King of Diamonds was onside, but... it's really great that they never played clubs ever again. Last board of the set. And just as a pre-warning on this, there will be a short cut at the end of my comments after the game until tomorrow. So this video is probably going to upload a little bit late when I can actually post in the final scores for everyone to see. Last board of the event, and I think we are very much in contention for winning the thing. I mean, we had the one really bad board, board 19, which is a little bit sad, but a lot of our boards today have been really good. My conservative estimate put us at just over 60, but I think that was hyper conservative in terms of what I was scoring for some of the boards. Anyway, board 24... 2 passes, a right-hand opponent opens a spade. Normal thing to do is overcall 2 clubs. I don't really see an alternative to the 2 club bid, so I'm going to do it. I'll pass. We get the King of Spades lead. This might be a relatively straightforward one, but let's see how the play goes. So the King takes trick 1. Another spade. East is going to win the 10 and play back a spade. Well, okay. Let's figure out what to do when that happens. Yeah, there's the 3rd round of spades. All right, we have a couple of enticing options. So the first option, which might not occur to most of the field, is to pitch hearts on the next two tricks. East will win the ace of spades and the queen of spades. We pitch two hearts. But then East is going to have to play something. And if East plays a heart, that's fine. We win the ace. Hopefully clubs split. If East plays a diamond, also fine. We just pull trumps. And if East plays another spade, we now get to, either pitch something from our hand or ruff low in our hand. Probably a little bit better. And if West overruffs, forcing the ace, maybe West has ruffed from a 3-card club holding, which is pretty likely. Alternatively, we could ruff this trick low. West will overruff. This is much better against 4-1 clubs because West will be ruffing with a natural. I don't think it's too likely clubs are 4-1. East is probably going to reopen with a takeout double most of the time when they have a singleton club. Should be about always when they have a singleton club. But we might end up losing 2 heart tricks. So the issue with this kind of plan is we ruff low, West overruffs, West plays back a club, and now we pull trumps and eventually East just scores both the king and jack of hearts. So we'll lose the overruff on the spade and 2 more hearts to make 90. Whereas if we pitch 2 hearts and West actually has 3 clubs and East has the heart king, then we can score 110. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ruff this trick because there's a lot of options for how to play the hand, even when West overruffs this, that might end up scoring 110 in the future. So I don't think I need to commit to this, let's pitch 2 hearts and assume both of them are losers immediately. All right. So a heart comes back. We'll definitely play low. Four, 7, jack. So it looks possible to play a heart to the 9. Win the ace. Okay. East is turned up with what looks like the king, jack of hearts and the ace, queen of spades. That's 10. They've got to have the diamond queen for their opening bid. Probably. It looks somewhat safe to just pull trumps and play a heart to the 9. It also looks like we have a stepping stone squeeze against East, assuming they have the diamond queen. Now, how guaranteed is that? Let me think for a second. Ace, queen of spades. I just want to make sure on this high card count. We started with what, 13, right? Ace of hearts, nothing in spades, king, jack of diamonds, king, queen of clubs. Yeah, we started with 13. West has turned up with the spade king and nothing else so far. The stepping stone squeeze does require us to count the end position properly, which is a little scary sometimes. Like if we miscount the end position, if East happened to start with queen doubleton of diamonds and never pitches a diamond, we might get it wrong towards the end of play. Okay, let's go king of clubs, club to the ace. Because that seems safe, at least. I could alternatively go king ace of diamonds, diamond ruff. I'm going to need to decide if I'm playing a diamond to the jack or not. But I think we may as well pull some trumps and get a better count on the distribution first. King of clubs, club to the ace. Ace, queen of spades, king, jack of hearts, jack of clubs might be enough for an opening bid. Let's see if East has the jack of clubs. No. Okay, but East did start with 3 clubs, which is a little bit sad. So how does the stepping stone squeeze work, in case people are uncertain? Well, let's say East does have the king, jack, 10 of hearts, right, to start out with. So they have a king, 10 of hearts remaining. Then, if we just, like, play a diamond to the king and pull the last trump with the queen of clubs and lead a heart to the 9, East is going to cash a couple of hearts. Instead, we could take what looks like a useless diamond finesse by playing a diamond to the jack. And then we run all of our clubs, and we come down to a 3-card ending where dummy has the singleton queen of hearts and the ace 10 of diamonds, and we have a doubleton heart in hand and the king of diamonds. East has to come down to 3 cards. If they keep the king and 10 of hearts, then we'll know they only have 1 diamond left. We can overtake the king of diamonds with the ace, and the 10 will score the last trick. Alternatively, if they come down to the singleton king of hearts and keep their queen of diamonds protected, I can cash the king of diamonds, unblocking the suit, and then play a heart to the queen. East will win, but then they'll have to lead into the ace of diamonds at the end of play. I don't think the robots tend to false card very often, so that jack of hearts is very likely to be a true card from East, making me think that this whole plan of the stepping stone squeeze is completely unnecessary. So I guess that means I'm going to play a diamond to the king, pull the last trump, pitching a spade. I'll go ace of diamonds, jack of diamonds to the ace, just in case it's queen doubleton with East. East would then be like 5 something 2 3, 5 3 2 3, which would make sense. Then I can cash the 10 and pitch a heart and don't have to worry about the heart suit. Otherwise, I can rough the diamond to get back to hand, and I still have a trump. I can lead a heart to the 9. Okay. I'll show off the stepping stone squeeze, just for the sake of showing it at the end of the hand. All right, the queen does drop, so can pitch a heart, and eventually we will lose another heart. I will let West win this trick because I'm such a nice guy. So we made 3. 10 of hearts was in fact onside. Plus 110. Feels like a pretty flat board to end the day. And now I guess the preliminary results. So we'll put these up and then I will show the overalls. We'll cut to it at the end. But how was the set? We didn't leave a lot on the table. I mean, there were a couple of boards where, you know, maybe board 12, we could have gotten to that spade slam. Board 1, we could have gotten to the heart game. But we really did take as many tricks as we could on every board. We got to a lot of top contracts. We got to a lot of unusual contracts and ended up beating the field. And moment of truth, how did we end up? There's a lot of black, I see some 90s, but I unfortunately see a lot of 50s as well. Scroll down, we got a 0 on this board, 96 on 3 no trump, making all the tricks. Average, 100% on 1 no, making 4. Board 23, 92% actually on 2 clubs, making 3 on this last board. That's crazy to me. I mean, my line of play was just clear and automatic. And the final reveal, 70%. It's not going to be good enough. But that will put us certainly in the top 10, maybe even top 5 overall. So we'll cut, and then I'll see you all once we have the final results later. Welcome back, everyone. I got up bright and early this morning to actually take a look at the final results and record this set. So here we are. We got 70.5% yesterday. That put us in 11th place for yesterday's session. And as we take a look through the results, I mean, there are once again some pretty massive games here. 76, almost 77, a few 73s, including our buddy Leo Lasota up there. Quite a few other players. In fact, Gavin actually had quite a nice final set, although I don't remember seeing him on the leaderboards towards the top. But in terms of our boards, take a look at the percentages. We had a pretty good set going on all the way up until we got to that 3 hearts doubled hand, and unfortunately we just, didn't get to the right spot. We would have loved it if we were able to play 3 clubs, if our partner was able to pass that contract out. Maybe we should have been a little bit more conservative in passing out the opponents in 2 spades. But we did end strong, had 100%, 1 no trump, making 10 tricks on that second to last board, as well as 2 clubs at the very end. A little surprising that 9 tricks there was such a good score. But overall, it looks like we might have fallen a little bit short. Let's take a look at our final results. And we finished in 3rd. Not a bad showing. Out of 1,800 players that completed all 3 days of the event, looks like a few players fell out throughout the first few days. Maybe they had a bad first or second day and decided not to continue. But we were going to have a hard time catching up to the leader, who was one of the 2 players that was actually leading after day 2, Grant P., along with Elbeck 2. They had those monster results on day 2, and then were able to carry it through to victory. Also Phil Clayton, finished in 2nd place here. And there's a bunch of other names that people might recognize towards the top of the leaderboard. Look, Gavin's up there in 13th. Not a bad finish for him. Franco Baseggio, one of the creators of Edgar, sitting there in 19th. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with the way that I played the tournament. It looks like we might have cracked the code a little bit in terms of how to handle the robots. The 13 to 17 no trump ranges and maybe like 19 to 21 for 2 no trump feels like it's kind of the sweet spot. Also, unbalanced hands, perfectly fine, as we've all seen before, but in addition, like some 6-card suits, even 6-card majors can go into a no trump, and that works out okay, even though sometimes it produces a little bit of a scary situation where we miss out on our 10-card major suit fid, and they lead our suit with no stoppers. Feels like on balance it does pay off for us to do so. But, better luck next year. So thanks for watching. If you stuck around all the way to the end of this series, I hope that you've thoroughly enjoyed the content. I know that's a little bit different than my more traditional robot tournaments, where there I try and play high-level expert bridge that I might play with a human partner. here we've just tried to manipulate the robots and get a little bit of a better result. And it looks like it paid off. But maybe next time we'll actually make it to the top of the leaderboard. So thanks for watching. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already to the channel. We're really trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. That's really important to hit the next threshold in the YouTube hierarchy. And make sure you like the video because that'll allow my channel to get a bit more visibility on YouTube thanks to the algorithm. This does mark the start of the NABC, so I will be doing commentary both on my YouTube channel, my Twitch channel, as well on VuGraph, the official broadcast for all of the events currently at the NABC, which is going to be starting up on Saturday of this week with the GNTs. Spin Gold will be coming next week. I think there's a bit of a break between the GNTs and the Spin Gold. Round of 32 is when we're going to start coverage, but I will be here for all of it. Lots of bridge, high-level bridge, US Nationals, everyone knows the drill. So take care, everyone. Have a good day, and I'll see you all next time.